What's up, everybody? We're on. We are on. What's happening, everybody? I'm here. Stella's here. The Mets are here. They're already out of the top of the first inning. Mets, we got them 3 up, 3 down. So we're just underway here. Of course, basement technical difficulties to get it started. But Angus is always here waiting. Angus is the first. It's so amazing that you get a notification. Literally, Angus, I just hit go live. Go live, and you're already there. That's crazy. It updates that fast. I guess. Oh yeah, it does. I guess it does. It shows in the Discord. That's crazy. I don't even hit go live yet. And it does that, man. That's insane. How you been, Angus? What's happening? I haven't watched any MLS today. I'm still setting up here. I just wanted to get the freaking thing on. Connection issues, you know. Let me just check this one last area. Is there MLS today? I don't think the Red Bulls play again until next. Maybe don't. I don't know. Anyway, Angus, what's going on, man? We got Mitch Keller on the mound right now. There isn't. I didn't get any notifications. I went to turn them off today, and I didn't get any notifications. I'm like, maybe there's no MLS today. That answered that. Okay. So I get all right, Francisco Lindor leading off. Let's go. Bottom of the first inning. The Mets, I was still trying to get on, and the Pittsburgh Pirates were like, they were out before I even in 5 minutes, in 5 literal minutes, all 3 guys were out. First pitch swinging, and the last guy struck out. So Francisco Lindor leading off. They're in Queens right now, and it is cold here. It's like 43 degrees here, guys. Like 43 degrees here. Francisco Lindor is one of 2 Mets with 30-30 in multiple seasons. Mean, go New York. Boom, 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 boom. Go New York, go New York, go. What's happening, Mean? Good to always have you in here, man. You and Angus are like the early guys here. Always. 2-2 on Lindor. 2-2 on Lindor. So, Angus, did you see any of the Lightning game today, Mean? Any of the Lightning game today? They were down 2-0. Not looking good in the first period. Won 4-2. They needed that win today, man. April 6th is the big one. They play Buffalo again on April 6th. International break. You know what's funny, Angus? Even though I watch soccer, I always confuse all of that stuff, man. I just assume they're just on every week. I know they're not. Lindor, that's warning track and out. Got to the warning track. Wow, Jake Mangum. Now it's a former Met. Brian Reynolds now in the outfield. He used to be a second baseman. Ryan O'Hearn is a former Baltimore Oriole. Brandon Lau is a former Tampa Bay Ray. And no O'Neal Cruz there. I wonder why. Probably because he had 2, even though they're not errors because he misjudged the ball. One of them he lost in the sun. I don't know why he wasn't wearing sunglasses. But that's a big reason why Paul Skeens gave up 5 runs. I mean, that was a bases clearing triple, the one he misplayed the other day. Juan Soto up. 1-0. Lindor on first, nobody out. OG Cellar Dweller, Lockport early in the basement. Lockport is early in the basement. What's going on, man? Good to have you in here, Lockport. Oh, foul off Soto's foot. What did I say, Lindor on first? I just said he flied out. We're just getting started. I already screwed up. 1-0 over Belgium. Good. I can't wait for this thing to kick off, man. I cannot wait for this thing to kick off. Can't wait. Cullen, OG. Ozzy Dweller accounted for. Cullen's in the basement. What's up, Cullen? Good to see you in here, man. Good to see you in here, Cullen. Appreciate it, man. Really appreciate you guys showing up. This is awesome. Me and Angus all well here. Yep. Good, man. Good. It's a cold Sunday today, man. 2 days ago, one grounds out to short, and there's two down. 2 days ago, Rock and I were outside. It was beautiful outside. Maybe 3 days ago, whatever. It was like 70 something. Now today is like 43 and windy, so it feels like it's 30. When you get the birds back outside, So anyway, Rick the Ninja, OG Cellar Dweller accounted for. Rick the Ninja and Shaky Jets fan now. I'm just breaking chops. I'm on. I don't blame you. Rick, what's going on, man? Good to have you in here, buddy. Always good to have you in here, man. Good to see everybody. Everybody in Queens is freezing out there right now. On Thursday, they were all out there kind of dressed like this, man. Everybody in Queens is everybody's bundled up like it's a winter day. Well, it is like a winter day. Yes, and Dwellers Nation Unite. I'm going to pin that. That's a good one. I'm going to pin that, Rick. Whenever I get to it, there it is. Boom. I like that one, Rick. I'm going to get back to your Buffalo Bills thing because, like I said, I go for them in the playoffs if the Jets don't make it. They never make it. That's my go-to team in the AFC. It's my go-to team. It sounds crazy to people, but, you live your whole life rooting for a team forever. I'm still a Jets fan. You're rooting for a team forever, man. And then you know what? You got to have a second team. There's so many teams out there. You just can't be like, well, I'm just going to, I'm not going to have a second team. And it's not like, well, the Bills are a division rival, yes, but it's not like the Jets are really a rival of anybody. Like I said, my second team is the Giants. But they haven't been making the playoffs lately either, so I've been going for the Bills in the playoffs. That's the way it's been going. It's okay, and I can't catch every game either, man. I can't catch every game. I catch a whole lot of games, man, but I watch a lot of sports. Sometimes I have to pick one over the other. But when the playoffs come around, the Knicks and the Lightning are going to rule when the playoffs come around. Baseball's just starting. We got a whole season ahead of us. So 3 up, 3 down for the Mets, 3 up, 3 down for the Pirates, going to the top of the second inning. I mean, we got a whole baseball season to go, but I got to admit, I'm kind of bored of the regular season of the NBA and hockey. I'm ready to get it started. The Knicks are already in the playoffs. The Lightning are already in the playoffs. Let's just get it started. Let's get it started. The most exciting game left is the Bills, the Sabres, and the Lightning on April 6th. April 6th, I believe. That's the biggest game left. That's going to be an exciting game to go for. Hopefully they meet in the playoffs, but they won't meet in the first round. I think as things are going, I don't think they're going to meet in the first round. Good going, good. Just after sunrise, waking up with a nice cup of coffee, Colin. Oh, by the way, I did not see the Brisbane game yet. Don't tell me. No Brisbane updates. I didn't see it. I'm going to watch it tomorrow morning. I did not see it. I did not see the Brisbane game. Please, no updates. Code, another Aussie Dweller accounted for. North beat Essendon for the first time in 10 years. Great. I took Essendon because they were home. I almost took North Melbourne, man, but I saw that they hadn't beat him in such a long time, and Essendon was home. I went with the Bombers, man. That was a real pick'em. We call them a pick'em here, like you just don't know who. So, all right, well, at least I know I lost that one. I wasn't going to be watching that one anyway. Yes, sir. Yankee Kyle, another Cellar Dweller accounted for. Yankee Kyle's in the basement. What's up, Yankee Kyle? What's happening, man? Good to have you in here as always, brother. Cold today, man. You see it again in Queens, man? People are freezing in there, man. You must be cold, too. It's 43 outside or 40, whatever it was. I was out there before, but with the wind, it feels like it's 30. Yankee, I know you do. You're in New York. Marcelo Ozuna is a Mets killer. He's with the Pirates now. He was with the Braves, and he started his career with the Marlins. He is a Mets killer. Every team has, no matter where they play, every team has a player. It's weird. How does a team have a player that they have a hard time against? But even if the whole team is different, how is that possible? Grounds out to Bichette, the first. And bad throw, but Polanco gets it. And, yes, he is out. So we are in the top of the second inning right now. I always need a good laugh, Angie. That's right. Wonder what the AFL will do it. Don't know what's going on there. Lockport, rugby fans. You guys, well, Lockport's an OG, been in the basement for a long time. Lockport, I got to admit, it's the first time I ever heard you talk about rugby, buddy. Oh, good, man. Chris, Chris, welcome to the basement, man. Jets fan. Oh, well, all right, man. Well, we're there. We're with you on that, man. Look at that, old Danian Tomlinson. With you on that. That's when the Jets were like good. You can remember back to then. Chris, thank you, man. Like, support, subscribe to the channel. Good, man. New guy in the basement. What's going on, Chris? Let's go. Let's go, Mets. Let's go, Mets, man. And Jets. How you like the Geno thing, Chris? I like it. I like it. I'll tell you why in a little bit. What happened to – yeah, I don't even know what happened there either. I didn't see anything AFL today, guys. Johnny, when are you doing the first Yankees Live? Where do you have the home opener for that? I'll be doing that because we got plenty of Yankee fans in here as well. So you know me. I will do all the games. I do Buffalo. We did the Buffalo Bills in the playoffs too, man. We do it all here. We do it all. You guys support the channel. I support you guys. It's really appreciated, guys. It's really appreciated. That's why the basement works with everybody. That's why it works, man. We're flexible. We're flexible. Mean, let's go. But Mean, the important date is April 18th, the NHL playoffs. I can't wait. Mean, I'm excited for you. It's like Lou. When you finally meet Lou, the good friend of mine from Tampa, when he finally started going to hockey games, man, the Tampa Bay Lightning games, he was excited, man. He was excited. And I was excited for him. I've known Lou just about 20 years now. Just about. I think I met him in 2006, right when we moved to Florida. Yeah, I think it was 2006. Peterson struck him out. Let's go. Peterson looking good off the mound so far, man. Good breaking ball. That thing just fell off the table. It's coming right in. Just disappeared. Just disappeared. Yankee, I agree with you, brother. I agree with you. Yankee Kyle, diehard Yankee fan. And I agree with you, man. That's the biggest statement right there. Blessed to be alive and well. Woke up today, man. That's it. That's what we got to focus on. This is just fun. The games are fun. We have a good time in here. You know, we talk trash about each other's teams. And it's all in good fun. There's people that take these things way too serious. Can you imagine going to a game and getting in a fight over your team? Like, if I go to a Jets game, I'm not getting it. I mean, like, why would you get into a fight over the Jets? They don't even put up a fight on the field. I'm going to fight for them in the stands? I don't think so. 1-2, that should be a fly out to Bichette to end the inning. He's running, and he got it, man. He went far into foul ground, but he got it. That's what matters. 1 second. I lost you guys. Oh, there you are. 62 degrees, slightly east of the center of the nation. Yeah, it's 43 degrees here on the East Coast, man. But we're supposed to get some warm days next week, and then we're supposed to get follow-up with rain, man. It's crazy time. Never heard of those probably rugby teams. I haven't either, but I don't watch rugby, so I don't know. Yankee, always appreciate you, brother. Always appreciate you, man. 100%. Thank you, man. Thank you. Flexible as someone can be who doesn't do you. Oh, man. I tried yoga once. Dude, there was a time. it was probably like 2010 or 11, somewhere around there. I did the entire P90X. Like, I did the entire thing. Did the entire P90X. Like, I was in crazy shape. I could never do the yoga part. The yoga part was painful. I was in much better shape then. I was like maybe late 30s. I was in late 30s in 2010. So the first time I ever did it, that was the best shape I was ever in. I really did it. It was like 90 days. I really did it. And I could not do the yoga to save my life. The people, what they were doing on there is inhuman. It's inhuman. It's inhuman. I think I would pass out of a stroke if I tried to do that P90X now. It was crazy. That was a crazy workout. Really crazy workout. But if you worked it, it really worked. I don't even know how to read that code, let alone comprehend it. I'm starting to get a little – I know. Well, he hasn't been on Rock's channel either, and Mr. Marine supports her channel a lot too, man. He hasn't been on her channel either, so I just pray he's not in the hospital. I do know he has a lot of heart – he's had a lot of heart issues. I hope it's nothing like that. I hope it's nothing like that. I have the last time he was missing, he was in a hospital, and I really hope it wasn't that. And a fly out. So already got Jorge Polanco flew out. I think he swung at the first pitch. So he's out. Man, both teams are just swinging at everything right now.
Lefties and righties. That's really impressive. A big game in the postseason last year. 2 home runs in the same game against Schuylkill.
Luis Robert who we got from the White Sox. Luis Robert had a horrendous year last year for the White Sox. He's still, I think he's only like 27. This could be a steal trade. This could be a steal getting him right now. He might turn out to be a great player again because 2 years ago he was a monster player for the White Sox. I mean, it is inspiring to play on the Chicago White Sox. Like right now, you probably know you're not going to be in the playoffs. By the end of May, you'll probably be about 27 games out of first place. And you got to just keep looking at your bank account like, oh, okay. All right. I guess we're good. Oh, ground out to second. 2 outs, just like that. Yes, Johnny, looking so much forward to the NHL playoffs. Let's get excited. I know, man. I'm excited for you. One of these days, Lou will be on here with us, and he'll tell you all about his first. And he just started getting into hockey a couple of years ago, like really getting into it. Not a couple of years ago. It's probably about 8 or 9 years ago. But once he went to a game, he was sold, man. He was like really sold. So, and he still lives down in Florida, so he can tell you all about it, man. It's a lot of fun. Nickelback, yeah. Start talking about Nickelback and go as far as saying that Nickelback is better than Motorhead, Lockport. That should get Mr. Marine in here like right away. They've had Nickelback's had more hit songs. That'll summon Mr. Marine wherever he is, man. Staff Sergeant Thomas, wherever he is. That should summon him right away to saying that stuff. That should summon him right away. Nickelback has more hit songs than Motorhead. Oh my gosh, he should be in here any second. Brett Beatty, 0-2 on Beatty. That might drop in. Finally. The first hit of the game, not only for the Mets, for both teams. I mean, it's only the second inning. I made that sound so dramatic. It's only the second inning, guys. Yep, fought it all. It was a jam shot, too. That's like what they call an excuse me single. You know, you just 2 strikes on you. You're trying to stay alive. And he stole second. You're trying to stay alive, so you kind of, like do a protective swing. That thing dropped right over the shortstop's head. You guys watch baseball. You know what I'm talking about. Marcus Semien, another addition to the Mets. Brandon Nimmo was traded for Marcus Semien. And he grounds out to second base. So he's officially out now. So our one hit and stolen base went for naught. Going to the top of the third.
Since its inception, the Boys and Girls Club has been more than a fun place for kids to go after school. For some, it's been a second home where they can learn, play.
Yes, that would.
The partnership between Major League Baseball
Yeah.
and Boys and Girls Club. Children of all backgrounds have access to safe spaces.
Poor Gunner. He will never live that. Gunner makes some great comments in here, and that we've all had one bad one, man, including myself, with reading Los Angeles Angels as Los Angeles Angles. That was my worst one that I know of. You guys might know a different one, but that was my worst one so far. And I've never lived it down. It's like it's Angles. Someone's spelling it wrong. So for Gunner, that was that one. Yeah, it could work. It could work. Nickelback is terrible. They're just terrible. Fit as a fit. Yeah, Angus, man. Oh, the announcer. That's the part I was going to comment. I got distracted. Wow, what a surprise! I got distracted. The announcer wasn't known. It was Tony Horton. Tony Horton was the guy for P90X. He was a little corny. Right? The guy was in super shape, though. I mean, that guy's talking to you, and he's just doing, like pull-ups like he's standing on a box, you know? He was just like, yeah, we're just doing it, and we're just going along here. We're working that out, feeling that sweat. Yeah, we're just, and he was knocking out pull-ups like no one's business, man. Yeah. Stella wanted to say hello. Yep. Everybody's orange today. Well, she's more mango-ish.
For big authentic gear at MLBshop.com, from official jerseys and memorabilia to hats and hoodies, visit MLBshop.com/Mets, the official source for your Mets gear. Nick York leading off against David Peterson as we go to the third.
Top of the third inning. Getting underway.
Early and often. You do that because of the cold, or because you've got two pitches to throw strikes? If it was cold, you're more. Oh, 9-1.
Oh, good play. One out. One out already. Bam, guys on both teams are swinging at these first pitches, man. First, second pitches. They're not even waiting that long. Good play at third by Bichette, who now that he's a Met, he has not played third base in his career. Jorge Polanco's never played first base in his career. Interesting. And the I was trying to catch what happened there. And Marcus Simeon's at second base. They got a whole new look here. The Mets stole Bichette from the Phillies, like literally at the midnight hour. Like Bichette was even, the Phillies were already saying that they already claimed Bichette, and then the Mets swooped in there at the midnight hour and paid him more money, and he came to New York. He's going to get booed. He's probably going to get booed like crazy in Philly, but that's okay. I mean, like, he got more money. I mean, come on. Lindor, beautiful stop, but he can't. He wasn't going to get him anyway. Beautiful stop. All right, man on first, one out, top of the third. Going to the Yankees-Giants game today with my – you're in San Francisco? Yankee, you're out in Cali right now? That's awesome, man. Oracle Park, man. That looks like a beautiful stadium. That looks like that's one of the beautiful looking stadiums in the game, man. You're really going there today? Take pictures, man. Send us some pics. Wow, that's awesome. That is awesome, man. The Giants have been shut out by the Yankees like 10-0 over 2 games. The New York Yankees, I believe, have never shut out anybody to open up a opening day series in the first 2 games, 7-0 and 3-0. That's pretty crazy. Yes, I do. I sure do. My all-time favorite Mets player is Darryl Strawberry. My all-time favorite Yankees player is Dave Winfield. When I grew up, I grew up in a Mets household. I've always liked the Mets. Dave Winfield and Don Mattingly, though, were like the guys. And when I started getting into baseball, They were in the 1981 World Series. And Dave Winfield he didn't play well in that. Oh, base hit. Is he going to try for third? No. So the Pirates got first and second right now. This is more than they had the entire game, last game. So they got first and second now with one out. Dave Winfield only hit .81 in that World Series that they lost to the Dodgers. Man, no, that was a clean shot. I was going to say Simeon should have had it, but he didn't. Dave Winfield was throwing out guys like at the warning track, the home plate, third base, like on the fly. He was like the greatest player I'd ever seen in my young life at that time. And he was so big at the plate. I mean, that was like Aaron Judge before he was Aaron Judge. So I was very happy when Winfield finally got a well-deserved World Series ring and got the clutch hit for the Toronto Blue Jays in the early 90s. He wasn't on both of the championship teams. He was on one. But that was my favorite Yankees player. My favorite Mets was Darryl Strawberry. I also like Keith Hernandez a lot. There's other Yankees I like, but those would be my two favorites for both. Boom, right there, Strawberry. That's another hit, is it? No, Luis Robert got that. I thought that was dropping in. So that's 2 outs. Runner stays at second. Gunner in the basement, Mount Rushmore of botched. Wow, Lockport, we need Gunner here, man. You're going in. Lockport, I am pinning that. I'm pinning that so when Gunner comes in here, what a welcome for Gunner when he comes in here. I'm pinning that. That is awesome. Botch calls. Hey, I'm on that Mount Rushmore too. That was good, Lockport. I like that. 2 outs, 2 on. And that looks like that's going to be a fly out to Luis Robert again in center field. Man, it's sunny out there. All right, Mets get out of it. Going to the bottom of the third. Mets get out of it. Seth, another cellar dweller accounted for. Seth in the basement. Go Pirates. I know you're a Phillies fan. You definitely want the Pirates winning this one. I understand that. You know, it's funny because we say Paul Skeens got lit up in game 1. Paul Skeens, O'Neal Cruz was a big reason for that. How do you not wear sunglasses? I know not all players do, but it's bright out there. And that play, he was like, it's not an error. If you misjudge a ball, that's not an error. If you misjudge a ball, that is not an error. And he misjudged the ball. And remember, it just fell just to the left of his glove and then bounced away from him. That was a bases clearing triple. So that was bad. That was really bad. And then he had another error right after that. So, but they're not technically errors because if you misjudge a ball, it's not your fault. One he came in on and went over his head. So, Seth reps Pennsylvania. Yes, he does. He does, except for the Oakland. Seth, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure Seth is a Thunder fan. I think he's an OKC Thunder fan. Aren't you, Seth? Is that right? I think I'm right on that. Lockport, I'm going to get back into it with WrestleMania. I am going to get back into it with WrestleMania. I've been 1 year removed from watching wrestling because I watched too many things, and the storylines were getting boring. This has been my career, Lockport, with wrestling my whole life. I get into it for a long time. Then if the storylines start getting stale, I go away from it. Then I get back into it, and I always get back into it with WrestleMania because all the storylines after WrestleMania, you get caught up on all the storylines in WrestleMania, and the new storylines all begin after that. So that's how I round it all up of what I missed. It's so easy to catch up on too. It's so easy to catch up on. You do a WrestleMania, watch Monday Night Raw. You're caught up like that. You're caught up like that. So I'll be caught up again after that, man. Yeah, Darryl Strawberry actually he can go to Old Timers Day for Mets and Yankees. He won rings with both teams. He won a ring in 1986 with the Mets, and he won one with the Yankees in 98 and 99. So, yeah, Darryl Strawberry, David Cohn, these guys are celebrated at both stadiums. Here's Carson Benz, the rookie who made the Mets. He was in the AAA farm system for Syracuse last year. He did great. They pulled him up for tryouts in spring training. He killed it, and he made the team. Mike Tauchman got hurt. The door was open. They gave it to Benj. The door was open. Benj stepped in. Got to go with Derek Jeter, man, on that one. Got to go with Derek Jeter. I think they're both up. Did he short hop that? He did. Well, it doesn't matter. He threw him out anyway. One out. Benj got out. Derek Jeter has 5 rings. He's shown the ultimate captainship and leadership. Aaron Judge, I just want him to get the ring, man. I think they're both fantastic leaders. I think they're both incredible players, great clubhouse guys. There's no controversies. They're never involved in any controversies. Either one of them. They're fan-friendly. They lead by example. They're not big mouths. They don't run their mouths. You don't hear anything bad about it. That's why Aaron Judge is so hated on. I don't understand the hate he gets. Jeter, I do. He's got 5 rings. He was part of that Yankee greatness, and people are getting tired of hearing about it, that sort of thing. But because he has those 5 rings, and that era was so amazing that I would go with Jeter if I had to pick between the two. But Aaron Judge, man, the hate he gets is really silly. It's silly. People that are involved in controversies don't get as much hate as he gets. Yep, he represents Pennsylvania. I get it. It's a noted mistake. What's a noted mistake? I completely you were running 30 miles a week? Oh, man, you got me beat on that. I wasn't doing the running. You got me beat on that, Angus. I did the whole P90X, but I wasn't doing the running. Wasn't doing the running, man. French. No, well, French, you are officially like a cellar dweller now. You're here all the time. French is in the basement. What's going on, French? What's happening, man? Francisco Alvarez up. Hopefully has a better season this year. He is not very fast. Grounds out to second base, and, well, he shut my thing down right away. Right. They ruined the bloodline story. I knew about that. They ruined the bloodline story. And I got to tell you, Lockport, I was getting tired of Roman Reigns. The only time he wrestled was not for a championship belt. It was like tribal court. It was, tribal meetings and then family meetings and then bloodline meetings. And every time he wrestled, it was never for a championship. Like they said he held it the longest, but it was never for a challenge. You know what I mean? It was never for a challenge. It was what other champions in the past went that long without having title belt stuff during the year? So I was getting a little annoyed with that too. It was getting old. They ruined. Then they just flat out ruined it altogether. So that's why I kind of got turned off to it. But again, I've been through this before, Lockport. When I'm going to watch WrestleMania, I'm going to get right back into it. Manav, OG cellar dweller accounted for. Manav's in the basement. What's up, Manav? Our cricket ambassador. Francisco Lindor looks like he's going to fly out. Maybe it's going to drop. Stella, what do you think? Boom. Dropped into a glove. All right, well, this is moving right along. We're going to the top of the 4th inning. The Pirates have 2 hits. The Mets have 1 going to the top of the 4th inning. Nav. 10-2. What a way to start your season. How about the San Francisco Giants, by the way, Seth? They're getting shut. They got shut out in their first 2 games, 7-0. 7-0. 10-0 combined in the first 2 games. I think they only had 3 hits yesterday. That's really bad. I mean, it's a long season, but goodness, if you're a San Francisco Giants fan, that's got to be a little depressing. I'm an uncle's guy. My cousin and his wife had a baby. They did have it successfully, Manav. All right, congratulations, man. Congratulations to your family, Manav. Congratulations, man. I know you were worried about that. We're happy for you, man. I know you were worried about that, man. So good to go. You're an uncle, man. Congrats, Manav. Yes, I'm happy for you, man. Yep, he's doing great. He's a brand new uncle. That's awesome. Good for you, Manav. That's a really cool feeling. Is that your first time being an uncle? Yep. Stella's conspiring. She wants to tell you. You see her, right? You see her back there. She wants to. Yep, she wants to, man. That is funny. She's trying, and then, she takes flight. and tries to go up the stairs which is nothing new either. She will. She'll land right there and start walking. She does. She walks right up the steps. She'll put her mouth on the step, pull herself up, and go right up. It's hilarious. Yep, it's hilarious. Brian Reynolds up, who now plays the outfield. He was a very sought-after second baseman just a couple of years ago. It seemed like he was in everybody's trade talks, and he ended up staying with the Pirates. He's in the outfield now, but anyway, 33 pitches for Peterson. Wow, that was close. And this ABS system, I see now you're only allowed to use it twice, and if you get it right, if you guess right, hold on, that's a ground out. Should be the third, but Bo Bichette threw it wide. Bichette pulled Polanco off the bag, threw a wide throw. There you go. Now, switching from shortstop to third base is not easy. It's not easy. I mean, he had it clean. Here comes the throw, and
So I would get Tojo my glove out towards right field, a target. And when he would throw to, I said, Tojo, just throw it to my glove, and it will sink right into me.
He threw it. Yeah, he threw it way to the right of Polanco, pulled him off first base, so that should be an error. So Pittsburgh has a man on first now. Man on first. Keith Hernandez, the great Mets first baseman, is explaining how Polanco is also learning how to play the position. One second, guys. All right, guys. Yep. So we're top of the fourth, but yeah, he's Keith Hernandez is right now talking about what it's like to play with a side throwing third baseman. Howard Johnson for the Mets used to be a side throwing third baseman, and Hernandez is like, he'd love to say, talk to Polanco like, you got to give the guy a target, hold it more towards right field, hold your glove. It's kind of cool though. Hold your glove more toward right field, so when he throws it sidearm, just throw right at the target, and it should happen, so you won't pull the guy off the bag. That was an interesting take from Keith Hernandez, who, is an all-star first baseman. Marcell Ozuna, the Mets killer, is up. It's 3-2 now. Full count. Yeah, we're doing. Yeah, it's awesome, man. This is what we're about right now, man. This is what we're about. Ozuna walks. Now they got first and second, nobody out. Little shaky right now. Amen. That's what it's about, man. We're just having fun. Having fun hanging out. Nice catch off the wall. Yeah, the Phillies and Mets, man. It's going to be a battle. National League East. It's going to be a battle, man. It's going to be a battle, man. I know the Phillies are dying to pay the Mets back for knocking them out of the playoffs a couple of years ago. And the Mets, how they didn't make the playoffs, that was a disgrace. The second half of the season for the Mets was a disgrace. They were 20 games above 500 going to the All-Star break and then just fell apart. The starting pitching got hurt, and even when they weren't hurt, they were getting walloped. The bullpen, they couldn't even last past 4 or 5 innings. The bullpen was just melted every time they went out there. We weren't getting any key hits, and still – all you do is beat the Marlins. Twice in that weekend. Is that so much to ask? I guess it was. Dropped 2 out of 3 and didn't make the playoffs. The last day of the season, all you had to do was beat the Marlins on that day, and they couldn't do it. Anyway, that's over with. We're in a new season. Yes, congratulations, Manav. That is awesome, man. Have fun with that, Code. Code, I know all about having teeth removed, I promise you. And the wisdom teeth are not fun. I know all about having teeth removed. All about it, my man. All about it. Yeah, we're happy. We know Manav was worried about her pregnancy. So he's very worried and concerned. We prayers up from the basement always, Manav, and it came through for you, man. It came through. We're so happy for you, man. You're going to be a great uncle, too. I can already tell. You're going to be a great uncle, man. All right, so we got 0-0 now, and 1 out, 2 on. Brandon Lau is another great pick. Pittsburgh might be a pretty decent team this year. Brandon Lau's up now. He hammered 2 home runs off Freddie Peralta in game 1. 3 runs of those 5 they had was by Brandon Lau, who was great for the Tampa Bay Rays. He was a solid player, man. So that's a good pickup for Pittsburgh. I mean, it's a shame. Like, look, we're fans of big market teams that spend a lot of money. I still believe in the salary cap. Baseball needs a salary cap. I hope they don't strike all next year. I really hope. I hated when I missed hockey for the entire 2005 season. The entire 2005 season, there was no hockey because of strikes. It wasn't just about a salary cap. There's a whole bunch of other things. I usually don't follow these strikes that closely. But guess what? When they came back, hockey had a salary cap because the guys, millionaires, do not outlast billionaires. And not every player is a millionaire to begin with. Oh, too fast for the double play, but we got one. So it's first and third, 2 out. First and third, 2 out. She can't reach it. She wants to. That door jam, it's a piece of wood. Man, that tear up wood real fast. I have found that out. She's just a little past 1 year old, as you guys know. But they'll tear it up quickly. It's not like when Rocco was alive. It's not like he'd grab on something and, you could hear it. It would take him a second. That wood will break in a minute. Not wise enough. I'll remove it for you and so on. Always. You got it, man. Stella, Manav says, what's up? Manav says hello. All right, so we got 0-0 now on Yorkel. First and third, 2 outs. Come on, Mets, get out of this inning. Please get out of this inning. It is freezing in Queens right now. Freezing. I know, Stella, it is. Michael, another cellar dweller accounted for. Yeah, Belgium did score. USA was up 1-0, weren't they? All right. I can't wait for the World Cup. We will be doing that this summer. I cannot wait for the World Cup. Cannot wait. Yankee, that's awesome, man. I know you're going to be with your dad again, right? That's awesome, man. Good for you. Going to Manhattan, that is cool, man. Good for you, Yankee. I love going to the city. I don't get there very often anymore, but I love going. I love riding the trains, too. It's old school. 48 pitches for Peterson in the top of the 4th inning. 2 outs, 2 on, 1 strike. And ground out to Marcus Semien, steps on second base, and that's it. We get out of it. Going to the bottom of the 4th. Mets coming up. Soto, Bichette, and Polanco coming up. Manav says, what's up? Angus, hard to identify who USA and Belgium is without squinting my eyes much. That's right. Angus is our soccer ambassador. Angus is watching that as well. Seth, I think they're going to have a good team this year. And Seth, I was saying the other day, I don't think you were in here. I said, Paul Skeens, that 5 runs, we know Marcell Ozuna is part of the reason, but I mean, he got bombed in that first inning. He's going to make whoever Paul Skeens starts against next is going to pay for that. I don't care if it's the Dodgers. Paul, you watch whenever you see the highlights of Paul Skeens' next start, I guarantee it'd be like a 2-hitter, 13 strikeouts. He's making the next team pay that he pitches against pay for what happened to him the other day. It's the first time he's ever been bombed like that. But they do look good. They got a team. Marcell Ozuna and Brandon Lau now they got on the team. Mangum was a good Met. He's on there now. I think the Pirates have a pretty decent – and I hope so, man. I like seeing other teams. I don't dislike the Pirates. They really have nothing to do with – I mean, they're in the same league, but they're always so bad. The Pittsburgh Pirates, when I was growing up, were a decent team. They were a decent team. Then they had Barry Bonds and Bobby Bonilla, the skinny Barry Bonds. They had Bobby Bonilla. What was that guy's name? Oh, I can't think of him right now. They're showing May that the pitcher Keller for the Pirates struck out 8 Mets, but 5 of the Mets he's showing that he struck out aren't even on the team anymore. Be the fave, Uncle Manav. Get the baby a tiny cricket ball and a little pair of pads. There you go. Yeah, man. Oh, the World Cup's going to be amazing. It's going to be so much fun. One day soon, Cullen. Yes, sir, Manav. That's awesome, man. Angus, I've noticed that there is chatter about having both a floor and a salary cap. That's an idea. They got to do something. Baseball, you know how long it took for people to come back after the steroid thing, and then after the strike thing before that. That's why Juan Soto up. Juan Soto up. Let's go. 0 for 1 right now. Man, they took Pete Alonso's protection away. I still do not understand the Alonso move. I don't understand it. Yeah, they can't afford to have another whole entire season strike. I mean, the media keeps saying that's what's going to happen. It's going to happen. They don't have the real insider yet. I hated it when I lost hockey for a whole season. And that was 21 years ago. And I still was like, I still watched it. I'm not one of those fans, well, I'm never going to watch it again. You know you're going to watch it again. And you're annoyed that you missed the season, but you get back into it. I mean, I'm not that hardcore. Oh, I'll never watch these guys again. I don't do that. And how many times you guys, Soto flies out the center, how many times you guys hear me say I'm never watching the Jets again? And then the next week I'm watching them again. I may not stream them. I may stop streaming them because it's irritating. I'm not going to do that this year. I will stream the Jets, even if they're just a pathetic joke. I'll still come on here and do it. I get so annoyed. It's like the Rangers this year. I get so annoyed. That's why you got to have a second team. That's why you got to have a second team. There's too many teams out there, and you just shouldn't be just disappointed the whole season without having a second team. I say the NBA is the only league I don't have a second team. I have the Knicks, and I have other teams I don't mind. I don't mind seeing play. Like I always like LeBron. I like to watch it, but I'm not a Lakers fan at all. Good, Bichette, base hit. Going for 2. He stayed at first. I was about to say, if he's going for 2, he's going to get thrown out. It looked like it was going to ricochet off the wall, but it didn't. And I thought maybe Bichette thought that too and was going to start running. Because I was like, man, he's going to get thrown out because it ricocheted off the wall right in the guy's glove. Oh, and they have Ryan O'Hearn, too. That was the other guy, Seth. Ryan O'Hearn from Baltimore. I know he played for the Padres for half the season. I just remember him as a Baltimore Oriole. Polanco's up. I think he's 0 for 1 also. We got 1 on, 1 out. What is that? It's an infield pop-up. Hold on 1 second, Colin. Oh, okay. I thought something happened to one of the Mets players that isn't playing right now. All right, forget it. Anyway, do bats come in size 0? No, they go by weights here. Cullen. Most of your major league bats here are probably about 25 to 30 ounces, roughly. Look at Bo Bichette's father, Dante Bichette. You guys remember Dante Bichette? He played for the Rockies forever. He was a good player. He was a decent player. Luis Robert up now. 2 outs, 1 on. 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. It's now 3-1 Belgium. Holy crap. Oh, they wearing a riptide. Really? It's 3-1? That's just like that. Australia beat Cameroon 1-0 in soccer in front of a huge crowd of 2 and a dog that wandered in. Colin, you know what the most amazing – hold on. It's foul ball. The most amazing thing about that comment is you made a comment about soccer without making a joke. That's a first. That's a basement first for Cullen right there. A basement first for Cullen. He made a comment about soccer that wasn't a joke. That was a good one he said in the Discord, though, Cullen, about that driver. He probably does drive a Kia minivan and is a soccer mom. Is that going to drop in? Oh, just foul. Oh, that was just foul. All right, still 2-2. Still 2-2. Willie Stargell. Oh, yeah, man. Dave Parker. Oh, those guys were like, when I first started getting into baseball, I can't sit here and tell you I knew how great those guys were, but because I was young. When I was getting into baseball, the 78, the Yankees had just won the World Series, which was the second of back-to-back. I was like 7 years old. Then I really got into it, more into it, like 1981. Then I was getting into the Jets, who had the sack exchange, and then the Knicks. I was more into Big East basketball during the 80s, though, than the Knicks. I was more into Big East basketball at that time. I did watch the Knicks. My father was a huge Knicks fan. And the Rangers I was into, but Rangers were terrible in the 80s. They were terrible. But, yeah, anyway, that's how it all started. That was fascinating. I told you guys already. Don Mattingly, Dave Winfield, Keith Hernandez, Strawberry. It was just a lot of fun. But my father, for you guys that know New York, grew up a Brooklyn Dodgers fan. He hated the Yankees. He hated them with a passion. So it always bothered him that I like Dave Winfield and Don Mattingly and watch some Yankee games and things like that. He's like, this is a Mets household. I've always liked the Mets. It's a Mets household. He did admit the liking. He liked Bernie Williams and Mariano Rivera. He said these were classy guys. He really liked Bernie Williams a lot. He balked. Bichette goes to second, so if Robert gets a base hit, he's going to bring him home. He balked. What we need. Yeah, Michael, the media keeps saying that baseball is going to be on strike next year. And it's not all about a salary cap, but I know the owners want a salary cap. I mean, I'm a fan of big market city teams. I mean, there should be a salary cap. The multimillionaires will not outlast the billionaire owners. Like, if they wait it out, I don't want them to wait it out. But not every player. Look at like Oswaldo Cabrera. Players like that, utility, solid players for teams. I think not that it's not a lot of money because it is, but I think he makes like $800,000 a year. Baseball terms, that's like minimum wage, right? That's nothing. All right, well, the Mets got nothing out of that. Going to the top of the 5th inning, still 0-0. Both teams only have 2 hits apiece, so this is a pitcher's duel right now, if you will. But it's not like the pitcher duels of the past where both starters would go like complete games. Oh no, Bobo the Clown, LOL, ex-loser Jays fan here. So French, just correct me if I'm right, if I'm reading this correctly. Bobo the Clown has to be Bo Bichette, right? Has to be Bo Bichette. Ex-loser. Now, ex-loser, are you an ex-Jays fan, or are you talking about Bo Bichette is an ex-loser and you're a Jays fan here? See how I'm reading that? Bobo the Clown, Bo Bichette, LOLOL, an ex-loser Jays fan here. So, are you still a Jays? See how I'm reading it? We're in the basement, so this is how it works when I read stuff, man. Oh no, Bobo the Clown, Bo Bichette. I've heard that name from him before. That's how I know that's him. Ex-loser Jays fan here. So, Are you an ex-Jays fan? You're no longer a Toronto Blue Jays fan? I'm getting lost on the second part of that. Help me out. When you stick around long enough, French, you'll see I go through this a lot. I don't have second teams when I watch games with unbiased hat on. I enjoyed that. Sometimes it is fun, Angus, to watch two teams that you don't care about, either one. And during the, for instance, during the basketball or the hockey playoffs, I will do big matchups on teams that I don't care about, either one, but I know it'll bring a lot of people, and a lot of people are watching these, big rivalries. Like let's say OKC plays Denver. The Nuggets play the Thunder. I don't care about either team. I don't like or dislike either team. I would do a game like that on here in the playoffs because that's a big matchup. If the Knicks or Lightning aren't on, I'll do that. The reason the Lightning came about, Angus, you already know about that. I lived in Tampa, and I ended up being a season ticket holder. And they grew on me, and they weren't even that good at the time. But going to all those games, they grow on you. I don't have a second MLS team either, by the way, Angus. The Red Bulls. NYCFC I do not go for. And I don't have a second Premier League team. I guess in the four major sports, what I'm talking about. Tried to watch Rays. Rays versus Cards. Tampa Rays are back in play. Rays versus Cards. I'm trying to think of who's good on the Rays right now, but the Rays, for some reason, always seem to squeeze out a decent season. All right, we already have one out in the top of the fifth. Peterson is, so far he's thrown a two-hitter. How much more can you ask for? Now they want pitchers. Hey, can you get to the fifth inning and keep it under 100 pitches? The beer bellies that used to throw in the 80s would go throw complete games. Now the athletes are supposed to be better and stronger, and, we have more medicines and more healing things and everything else that it has today, but yet the players back then, how come these guys lasted longer? All these guys will throw their arms out. Not saying injuries didn't happen back then, but, complete games for a pitcher was a big deal. Now they pull guys out when they're throwing a no-hitter. Let's say Peterson, it's not a no-hitter, but let's say he was throwing a no-hitter and we're hitting the seventh inning. Oh, no. Now we got to go to our seventh inning setup guy. No, sorry you have a no-hitter going, but we got to take you out. We got to get our seventh inning setup guy in. And we got to get our lefty specialist in. And we got to get our closer in. So sorry about you not getting the no-hitter. Maybe we'll get a collective no-hitter with the bullpen. I hate that. Why? Guys throwing a no-hitter. OG Cellar Dweller, basement bouncer, and hockey ambassador Bruin in the basement. What's going on, Bruin? What's happening, man? Bruin, good to have you in here as always, buddy. Peterson. 2 outs, nobody on. 2 hits apiece. We're already in the top of the fifth inning. This game started exactly 1 hour ago. The Pirates last season averaged 3.6 runs per game, which was the worst in baseball. And yet Paul Skeens had a 1.97 ERA. So you think when he starts game one of the opener this year, they had to exhaust their entire bullpen. They probably never thought of that. Oh, that's a slow grounder. He's probably going to make it. Peterson would have that was a slow ground. It's practically like a bunt. It was a full swing bunt. That's what I call that. USL soccer, the Pee Wee League, not the big league, right? I can't get into USL soccer. I can't get into that, Angus. I just can't find it in me to get into that. I have a hard time with that one. Strike one, 2 outs, 1 on. The Rangers were called in the 80s. And, man, Eddie Mio was the first goalie that I saw. Eddie Mio. Remember him, Michael? Eddie Mio. Oh, yeah, Barry Beck. Phil Esposito came along. Oh, that's past Simeon. So they got first and second. The Pirates have had first and second a couple of times in this game. Now it's 2 outs. The Rangers in the 80s were a hard watch, man. They were a hard watch. And believe it or not, the Jets, until the Giants really took off in 1986, the Jets were like a good watch in the 80s. They always had good teams every year. They just always found Jet things to do in the playoffs. But the Jets had a solid team. The Mets were decent, like the mid-'80s. The Mets were, for anybody that hasn't seen Once Upon a Time in Queens, it's a documentary on ESPN. Man, what a wild bunch that team was. That 86 team was like a mess. I read Darryl Strawberry's book, too. It's really, really interesting. It's really good. It's partly about the 86 Mets, and it's really a lot about where he was to where he is now, which is like a total, complete turnaround. Darryl Strawberry is a fascinating character from his times back then to where he is today. I mean, the guy, growing up with that guy is like amazing. And we're talking about talents that were Hall of Fame. Him, Dwight Gooden, these guys were easy Hall of Famers. They're not because of off-the-field issues, but, I mean, these guys were like two guys out of the gate that were superstars, man, complete superstars. But the Rangers were a tough watch, and we don't want to talk about the Islanders' pocket of time. The Islanders' pocket of time. 3-0 now. Come on, Peterson. He's just lost. I mean, he was pitching great. There's 2 outs, 2 on, man. He's just totally lost. He's totally lost the zone. Boy, Belgium's just taking off in the second half. Huh? They're up 4-1 now. They're just taking off. What's up, Cullen? 4-1 Belgium. Wow. Well, the minute you told me it was 1-1, it's like now it's 4-1, just like that. Brian Reynolds up. Yep, still up. Trying to figure out context. I was breaking it down like they teach you. I was going back to my high school years. They probably teach you that before that, but I was breaking down each context, trying to comprehend what was going on. He walked them, and I knew it. He kept trying to paint the corners, man, trying to paint the corners, and the only corners he painted turned out to be 4 balls. So now the bases are loaded with 2 outs. Of course, the pitching coach is coming out just to waste time. What do they talk about on the mound? Like, hey, dude, don't give up a run. Bases are loaded with 2 outs. Find the strike zone, and, don't give up a run. All right. And we're just going to talk out here until the umpire comes out. We're giving you a breather. And here comes the umpire, so now we're going to break it up. Don't give up a run. That's it. Don't give up a grand slam, too. You'll be fine as long as you don't screw up. And then he walks off the mound. Bobo got paid to play out of position. Going to be yeah, and so did Polanco, French. So did Polanco. Polanco's playing first base, never played first base in his career. People are like, oh, well, that's like an easy position. No, it's not. That is not an easy position to play. I was wondering why the Mets didn't grab Paul Goldschmidt when they could have as a backup security. That's all. I mean, the Yankees grabbed him again. It's a backup security. Ben Rice is their future first baseman. He's a great mentor. He's a great locker room guy. You know, a great leader, Goldschmidt. Everybody says that. Every team he's been on. I mean, Angus can answer for that. The guy is just class all around. They got rid of Pete. I understand getting rid of Nimmo and McNeil and all these other guys. Marcell Ozuna, the last guy you want up, he has killed the Mets from the Marlins to the Braves, now on the Pirates. And thank you, Ozuna, for not killing as long as Polanco catches that, and he does, the Mets get out of it. They get out of it, going to the bottom of the 5th. Whew, that was a long top inning, and they didn't get any runs, going to the bottom of the 5th. So, yeah, they paid him to be out of position. And, it's funny. The Mets don't have much of a backup plan. Brett Beatty, they could put back at third base. Mauricio, they sent down to AAA. First base, they don't have any backup, friends. They don't have any backup. Are you going to work Beatty in at first base if he doesn't work out? I don't understand getting rid of Pete Alonso. They didn't even offer him a contract. Get it. Hope it doesn't blow up in their face. Mark, Angus, when you type things that I don't understand, I just wait for you to tell me it was a typo. I'm getting used to you now. The Cleveland Indians tried quarter beer night, didn't work. I think what was the night? I think it was the Minnesota Twins had a $1 hot dog night, and they were throwing them all on the field. Like when the Twins, I think it was they were doing it to Chuck Knobloch. I think the former Twin Chuck Knobloch, when he was on the Yankees, there was $1 hot dog night, and they were tossing them all on the field. Like it was really bad. But yeah, quarter beer night, and you're a Cleveland Indians fan. Quarter beer night. Can you imagine? And the team already sucked, right? So you imagine, oh my gosh. And it was a mess. You guys can YouTube that. YouTube that Cleveland Indians mess of quarter beer night. But yeah, that $1 hot dog night, there was something significant about why I remember that, besides it being $1 and I wasn't there.
Finish my chores. Ready for my allowance.
I just want to see why that's even in my file in my brain. I didn't thought about that in years. I want to know why that just came out. Was it the Twins? I don't know why. I'm wasting too much time on this. Well, I don't know. Players have Botox, in-game yoga guru. Yeah, exactly. And thin skin. Boom. There you go. It's kind of funny because, hold on. That is going to get in the crowd, get in the crowd. Oh, he caught it. Gonzalez caught it. Oh, he caught that. He's all the way over by, the tarp, the big roll of tarp. And then he had to back all the way up. He's falling. As he's falling down, he catches the ball and foul play. All right, so that's one out. Yeah, thin skin. You know how many times Derek Jeter was like, talked about, spoken about, media, talking about him. He never said anything back. Nothing. Always ignored it. It's not easy to do, especially when you're playing in New York. And Mike Piazza, too. They always brought him up. They always brought up what he was doing, what he might be, what his personal life is like. And who cares? These guys play baseball. Don't worry about the freaking game. Marcus Semien. And that's not in the gap. That's another out. 2 outs. 2 quick outs. The Mets cannot get any hits. It's a well-pitched game by both pitchers. Throw in. Espo, great. Yeah, what I remember about Esposito on the Rangers, GM, he was a great player, yes. But for a GM, I remember his making a whole ton of trades, Michael. I remember him making a whole ton of, off-the-cuff trades, just like impulsive. That's the word I'm looking for, impulsive trades. I think when who came at Neil Smith. Neil Smith came in after Esposito, right? Kind of calmed things down, brought in Messier. 1991, remember? And everybody's like, we're going to win the cup this year. Remember, Messier got trashed a little bit in the beginning because they weren't winning right away. Brett Beatty up right now, 2 outs, and it's 0-2 on Beatty. I keep saying Brady. Beatty. So that was a tough one. Neil Smith came in, and Messier he got trashed too in the beginning. They didn't do a lot. And then, oh my gosh. Oh, I had this player's name. It's 0-2 right now. 0-2. Oh. I'll get back to that, Michael. I got to think of it. I had a point behind Neil Smith, and I remember that along with Disco Demolition Night. What was that? You got me on that one, Angus. Agree there. You mean, Michael, you're not a Bee Gees fan? You don't have Bee Gees posters all over your house and memorabilia? My mother was a huge Bee Gees fan. I know a lot of their songs because of her. True story. But she also was a Rolling Stones fan, James Brown. She liked the whole Stevie Wonder. She liked a whole lot of different stuff. And that looks like that's going to be a foul out of play. Ozuna, man, and he's a Mets killer, man. He really is. I know, and he started with the Marlins, and I'm surprised the Braves let him go. But I know he's getting older, but yeah, that's a good DH. The Pirates looks like they might have a decent squad. Oh, that was it, man. That was the pitch. That curveball came in right here, but he just missed it. Oh, he just missed it. All right, well, the Pirates have 4 hits. The Mets have 2. Both have 0 runs. Going to the top of the 6th inning. Right, we're only an hour and 10 minutes into this game. It's already the top of the 6th inning. Oh, yeah, man. And you know what's funny? They have all that money, and a lot of them are terrible jobs done. A lot of them, because once you start doing that, man, you got to keep doing it. You got to keep doing it to keep up. And some of these people didn't need to do it to begin with. And they look terrible. And they have all that money. It's like you're paying people a whole lot of money to bash your face up. That's funny, Angus. Johnny, do you know the pitchers the Yankees have on their staff? Is Garrett Cole? Yes, he is, but he's not coming back till the end of May. You got Max Fried. They're going with a 4-pitcher rotation. As I understand it. Max Fried, Luis Heel, Will Warren, and Ryan Weathers they got from the Marlins. They're going with a 4-man rotation right now. 4-man rotation. 4-man rotation at the moment. So, yes, but Garrett Cole's supposed to come back at the end of May. And he's pitching amazing right now in spring training. And it's still spring training for him. He is pitching really well. That's the word. So Cole will be back. Good thing that Detroit did not have Iggy Pop. Oh, my gosh. You see him out there still? Iggy Pop is still out there. I know he has a lot of health issues. A lot of health issues. He is still out there with his shirt off and everything. Yes. Yes. Have you guys seen like David Lee Roth out there doing Van Halen with like a band? And I am one that am Van Halen, David Lee Roth, Van Halen all day. That was the greatest Van Halen. That was the greatest Van Halen with David Lee Roth as a singer. Looking at it, listening to it now, it's a little tough. And this is coming from a guy that went to Motley Crue in Atlantic City 2 years ago. Thankful. Off Polanco. Look at that already. And he's safe. Hey, see? Bo Bichette made an error at third. Polanco just made an error. And he played second base. Not that first base is the same thing, but fielding-wise it should be, right? I mean, to an extent. Maybe I'm being a little harsh. Let me watch the replay. I think I'm being a little harsh. I mean, that ball would hit me in the face, so No, he went down properly, like they teach you when you're learning baseball as a kid. He went down to the ground, knee on the ground, put his glove down, took a bad hop. So I take it back. It took a bad hop. So he got a man on first, top of the 6th. It took a hop at the last second. Snap throw by Peterson. Remember Andy Pettit's snap throw? Man, he'd pick you off at first base in a heartbeat. Oh, gosh. 5-1. Angus, I feel like this is happening every 2 seconds. Every 2 seconds. Brandon Lau up, man. This guy beat up on the Yankees a lot too when he played for the Rays. Mike Gardner, another great one. Adam Graves, another great one. Yes. Those are some great names, man. Great names. I'm trying to remember the other. Do you remember the goalie? The Rangers had some bad goals. I mean, like we talk about Richter to Lundqvist to Igor, but we forget about good old Mike Dunham and Bob Freeze. Remember those guys? We had Richter, the Beezer, of course. I love Mike. John Van Beesbrook was a great Rangers goalie. Always liked him. I was happy. He was the big reason why the Panthers went to their first Stanley Cup. They got dominated by the Avalanche, but I mean, the Avalanche had Patrick Waugh and Adam Foote and Peter Forsberg and Joe Sakic and Claude Lemieux. They had a squad. Simeon going back, and he catches it halfway into the outfield. And now we got one out, one on. They had a great team. So the Panthers weren't beating that team. And they had Van Beesbrook, man. Yep, I liked him. But there was two bad goalies in the middle there, Bob Freeze and Mike Dunham. Mike Swiss Cheese Dunham. That's what we called him. And then Lundqvist came out. I might be forgetting somebody else. I think there was a guy named Blackburn, Dan Blackburn. I think he was around then. I mean, these are forgettable guys. But overall, I mean, the Rangers have had solid goalies, ones that should have had, Richter shouldn't. This guy here should not be the one holding the cup, the last one holding a cup. Lundqvist should have had one, and Igor should get one. I mean, come on, guys. How do you have generational goalies back to back and you can't? I mean, come on. Jury's still out for Igor, but it's not his problem. This is crazy. They won the other night 6-1, but the day before that they had like 9 shots on goal. Even though they lost 2-1 to Ottawa, they had 9 shots on goal. 9 shots. But yeah, it's Igor's fault. The Igor haters are out there. Oh, they're at last. Igor's overrated. I'm like, oh yeah, it's Igor's fault, right? Okay. That's gonna drop in. That drops in. Yep, that dropped in no man's land. First, look at this. Pittsburgh has first and second again. It feels like the last three out of the last 4 innings they've had guys on second base. Runners on first and second. It feels like, I mean, sooner or later they're going to push one across. I mean, you can't keep tempting a team like this. The Pirates now are up to 5 hits. The Mets still only have 2. Well, Peterson is out. Peterson is done. He didn't pitch poorly. And he didn't give up a run. Hard throwing Brozabon coming out of the pen. Ozzy Dweller way back in the basement. What's up, way back? What's happening, man? Way back in the basement. What's going on? Thrill Seekers. Hey, way back. Great picture of you on ACDC Lane in the Discord, man. Great pick, way back. That's awesome, man. I like that. Oh. Michael, how about this? I'll see your ABBA and raise you bread. Do you remember the band Bread? Oh, ABBA. Air Supply. Ooh, how about Air Supply? Oh, man. There was some bad stuff back then. And these were like hit bands. These were like big-time bands back then. I don't know how, but they were. ABBA. Woo. All right, like I usually do, I'm skipping over everybody saying hello to each other. Yes, way back. We're celebrating Manav. He is officially an uncle now. He was very worried about the pregnancy and the birth. The other day he was mentioning he was a little worried, and everything has come out well, and he's now officially an uncle. Baby's healthy. Awesome. We're very happy for Manav. Yep. There you go, Manav. Congrats from way back. Yeah, no Brisbane spoilers way back. No Brisbane spoilers. No, I have not seen it yet. I'm going to watch it tomorrow. I have not seen it. We got family here today. We got family here right now, actually. So I'll after this game, I'm going to be hanging out. I'm not going to be watching it tonight, but I'll watch it tomorrow. So yes, there you go. No Brisbane spoilers. That's. Oh, Michael, it's bad. And I hate the sound. I never thought in my life I would like rip on David Lee Roth, man, but forget about the problems with the band and all that stuff. I just mean like that was Van Halen, man. Like, and now it's just bad. It's really bad. Anybody wants the YouTube short David Lee Roth, man, it's not even like he sounds, hey, man, he's older. He still sounds okay. No, it's bad. It's bad. You know what? I'll put it this way, Michael. I was not a Sammy Hagar Van Halen fan guy. Sammy Hagar right now at this age sounds better than David Lee Roth. I never thought I would have a day that I would say that. Hagar sounds better than David Lee Roth. Hagar still sounds decent. And I was not a Van Hagar fan. I was a Van Halen fan. I was not big on that Hagar era, but I got to give him credit. He sounds better than David Lee Roth. And I mean by a lot. Cullen, you and Angus are the autocorrect kings of the basement. You and Angus are the autocorrect kings of the basement. Brosabon on the mound. This guy throws lightning, and he just struck him out. I'm sitting here talking about air supply, and I missed the first 2 pitches. Well, anyway, struck him out. That's what's important. He throws fire, man. He just threw a out-of-nowhere curveball. When I had Brisbane had a bye last week, I was empty, and now I got it recorded. I'm ready to watch it tomorrow morning. I do like to watch Aaron Judge when he bats, another Yankee. Giancarlo Stanton. Now there's a guy. Jake Mangum's up, the ex-Met, who is up. They're going to leave 2 runners on again. The Mets have lucked out again. They've had 3 of the last 4 innings. The Pirates have had men on first and second with 1 out, and they didn't get anything done. We are going to the bottom of the 6th inning, guys. Game's moving right along. Going to the bottom of the 6th. Giancarlo Stanton got booed a lot when he first became a Yankee. He struck out a lot. He wasn't getting things done. It was an adjustment period for him. And look at him now, man. Giancarlo Stanton is probably going to hit 500 home runs. And if he does, he's got to go to the Hall of Fame. I think he's 43 home runs away from 500. Stanton is like, what a DH to have. What a DH to have. And he had a rough start with the Yankees, and he has ate all of that pressure. He's great with the media. He's great with the fans. And even when they were booing him in the beginning time, like 2018, 2019, when he first came out with the Yankees, he wasn't doing very well. And he even said it all the time, man. I mean, hey, these fans deserve the boo. They deserve. I'm giving them boo. Basically, I'm giving them things to boo about. I mean, he took it on the chin, man, and he came back strong. He had a great 2024. What a great playoffs he had for us, man. So, yep, I agree on that one. Mean. I mean for a minute. Sorry, man. That I don't know. The Bees, man. I remember when the Rangers had a hard time deciding if they're going to keep the Bees or take the young guy, Mike Richter, off the USA team. So, yeah. Big Bees fan, man. I do have as a matter of fact, that crooked one right there. What? There. That's Beezer, man. I don't know why why is that crooked? I don't know. But anyway, that's Beezer as a Panther, though. It's the only one I could find. But I always liked the Bees, man. He had some great butterfly saves. Last thing my dogs needed momentum-wise is a week off. I know that bye is a killer. Hold on. I love it. Manager for the Pirates is arguing about something. I don't know what. Oh, I don't blame the Pirates manager. The pitchers allowed 2 warm-up pitches, and apparently – wait, hold on. Oh, I see. He couldn't throw another one. He was only allowed 2 warm-up pitches. And they were arguing that he threw two already, and his catcher took a quick break to adjust his equipment, and he went to throw one, and the umpire started saying something to the pitcher, and Pittsburgh, the Pirates manager came out like fuming. I love when the managers and the umpires start yelling at each other. Well, anyway, it's 1-2 on Francisco Alvarez. Last thing, yeah, definitely agree. I hate bye weeks. Usually, though, for my New York Jets, it's like, hey, the Jets aren't going to lose this week. That's guaranteed. So usually for the Jets, it's a good thing, at least for the fans, that we get 1 week where we don't have to worry about another loss and why our team sucks. We get a week break. That's how the fans look at a Jets bye week. Oh, Alvarez strikes out. Boy, the Mets only have 2 hits today. This is not good. John Candelaria, the Candyman. Yes. I do. Man, you remember when submarine pitchers were big time? There was a lot more back in the day. There's one out now. I think his last name is Rogers. Their knuckles will come this close to the ground. Francisco Lindor up, and Lindor blasts one all the way back, and he caught it. Jake Mangum ran a long way. He ran so fast. He caught the ball on the warning track, and he had the 1-2 on the wall. Like he climbed the wall with his feet. He couldn't stop. Wow, he blasted that ball.
Pittsburgh almost threw 200 pitches in game 1. That's the stat. They threw 152 of the first 5 innings. That was pulling the hair out of my head.
All right. I remember the Candyman. John Candelaria pitched for the Yankees, I think, for a short time. I bet the AFL came down hard on him. I gotta find out what's going on with that. Hey, Bruin, good to you. All right, man. We'll talk to you soon, brother. Thanks for being in, man. Thanks, Bruin, as always. Cullen Bond, maybe. Soto base hit. You got a man on first. Finally, another hit. Finally, another hit. All right, Bruin, see you. Got to go, guys. Manav. All right, Uncle Manav. Uncle Manav. We'll see you later, buddy. Wimpra. Oh, yeah. What? Air Supply? Goodness gracious. Air Supply. And these were popular bands, man. These were like Bread. Wow, that was a hard hit. Snagged at first base, though. So the Mets accomplished nothing. It's still 0-0 going to the 7th inning. On top of the 7th. Air Supply, Death Supply. That's funny. Nah, Bruin. You're going to ask Bond about that. Where's Bond been? Oh, Bond, I think, was in last week. What happened to the Bond? I don't know. I haven't watched anything this weekend. 5-2. Hey, USA scored another goal. Boy, they got whomped on in the second half. Wow. They got whomped on. No kidding. Agreed, yep. To be fair, Van Halen didn't do a massive drug amount of drugs, so it makes sense Roth doesn't sound the best. He's also in his mid-70s, and he acts like he does. The problem with David Lee Roth is he has a massive, massive ego. He has a monster ego, and it's a big reason why Van Halen broke up. I mean, Eddie Van Halen also, there's just a whole, it's too much backstory. But David Lee Roth has a mega ego. Mega ego. That's the real problem. But yeah, doing drugs when you're younger is definitely going to ruin your voice. It's going to ruin a whole lot of stuff. You know, when you're mid-70s now, I'm not sure, but I'm assuming he doesn't do anything anymore, but his ego's still there. It was always interesting. It's funny, that Alex Van Halen book, for a second I was interested in reading it, and then now I don't really care about it. But I think he said coming out that it's not about the band. It's people like, hey, you didn't mention this, you didn't mention that. I think it's called Brothers. I really think it's about his relationship with Eddie. It's about his relationship with Eddie. So I think I haven't read it, but I think it's a little unjustified anger toward him because I think he stated that it wasn't about the bands. I don't know. Luke Weaver. Hey, Mean. Watching the Mets is like watching the Yankees, Mean. You got Luke Weaver, you got Clay Holmes, you got Soto, you got Devin Williams. They're all on this is like watching the Yankees now. Luke Weaver is on the mound. There's a familiar name. That's interesting, Cole, because nobody really thinks about like that anymore. But yeah, the Yanks. But that's why they were called the Yankees. They were the Highlanders when they first came out. They were the New York Highlanders. But nobody really thinks about it like that anymore. But, maybe they do down south. But up here, they're just the Yankees. We don't really think about the history behind it.
62 games for the Yankees in 24, 64 more games last year.
Whoa, we called that a strike. Is he going to challenge that? That was below. I would challenge that one. Now, listen, you guys always hear me really go off on the new challenge system because I didn't understand all the rules. I still don't like the idea of it because I think eventually it's going to be more, it's just going to creep in slow. I think they're just dropping it in this year slowly. You're allowed 2 challenges, not per batter. For the game, you're allowed 2 challenges. If you're successful, you get to keep your challenge. If you challenge the umpire that you think the call was not a strike and it was a ball or whatever, and they check it, and you're wrong, you lose one of your challenges. So I noticed a lot of these players don't want to challenge this stuff early in the game. You want to challenge it late in the game. You don't blow it. But you know what? It's shown so far that the umpires have been pretty correct. So we got a fly out here. Luke Weaver, we got 1 down. Ben's with the fly out. Oh, man, Michael, this guy. How many, like we were talking about the 80s and 90s, how many drug players, and problem drinking and all that. Remember Steve Howe, Michael, for the Yankees, the closer for the Yankees or relief pitcher? How many times did he get caught selling drugs to like a narc? To the cops, Steve Howe, remember him? So many people have had these problems, and he has an addiction problem. He has a real addiction problem. He just shouldn't be driving. You should talk to Darryl Strawberry about how to get over these things, to be honest with you. Darryl Strawberry is like the king of turnarounds, man. The king of turning your entire life around. And he's been back. It was one of the better sports books I've read. Was Strawberry's. What a wow. A lot of stuff he went through. And then at the end, where he is now. So he should go out and reach out to help some of these guys. I know he tries to help Dwight Gooden a lot. Yeah, he does. He does. I know all about that part, man. That's not easy, man. It's called 1 is too much and 10's not enough. And I have some people like, what does that even mean? You're lucky if you don't know what that means. Because once you have that 1, 10's not enough now. You go right back to the way it was. You don't learn how to drink. Trust me, every alcoholic learn. People are like, why don't you just, try to drink? Oh, yeah, I never tried to drink slower or drink easier, or just don't drink that much. It doesn't work like that. Once you have 1 is too much because 10 now is not enough. And that's what happens. You're right back to the way it used to be. Trust me, if we could learn how to do it, we'd still be having drinks. How do you watch the Jets and not be an alcoholic? How do you watch the New York Jets and not have Jack Daniels right by your side? I've learned how to do it. Luke Weaver, 2 outs.
He was throwing in the big league outing. So it'll be good.
Really? Are you making a joke, Cullen, or AC/DC? You think Air Supply is as great as AC/DC? Now, I love AC/DC, Cullen. I absolutely love AC/DC. I'm with you all day on that one. Air Supply, at least over here, was not. They were in the band with ABBA. ABBA was a big band. Air Supply, Aussie bands, I like. By the way, Cold Chisel is starting to grow on me. Cold Chisel's starting to grow on me. Got to say, I listened a little bit more from suggestions. AC/DC, I've liked them since I was a kid. Since I didn't even know they were from another country. That's how young I was when I started liking them. I like Midnight Oil. Midnight Oil is a really good band. I like them too. Never got into Air Supply. But yes, Midnight Oil is another band I really like a lot. I really enjoy their songs. Angus, that weirdo killed. St. Louis is a beast. Not as much as David Lee Roth. They do. They are. Not all of them have big egos, believe it or not. Oh, that sounds like a solid hit, and it is right in the gap. 2-out hit. Man on first. Brian Reynolds, man on first. Yep. It's like this guy comes up, you almost expect him to get a hit. I mean, that sinker broke right over the middle of the plate. Yep. Tagged it. Thankfully, it was a lazy roller in the outfield. So we got Brooks Raley warming up. Brooks Raley is warming up. But I don't know if there's another band as dysfunctional as Van Halen, though, Cody. Like, we grew up in that era. Van Halen was majorly dysfunctional. I think more than any other band. They were so successful and just refused to get back together over how dysfunctional they were. And who was the last guy they had? The guy from Extreme, right? Gary Sharon. Gary Sharon was the other one. Like, it's just so – I don't know. Is anybody can in here name a more dysfunctional band than the David Lee Roth-led Van Halen? And it's not all on Roth. I know Eddie Van Halen had just a whole bunch of stuff. But is there any more there's dysfunctional bands out there, but a lot of them stay together or work things out. Motley Crue kicked Vince Neil out and figured, like, whoa, we need Vince Neil back. Can anybody think of a more dysfunctional band than Van Halen? Yes. 92.3 K-Rock, Michael. I remember it. He took over after Howard Stern left. I remember it. It was awful. It was bad. Yep, didn't last long at all. Didn't last long. First of all, he's following up Howard Stern, which that's not going to work anyway. Ozuna, fly out. That's going to fly out right into Benja's glove, and we are out of the inning. Going to the bottom of the seventh, still 0-0. The Pirates have 7 hits. The Mets only have 3. Going to the bottom of the seventh. Bottom of the 7th inning. That's a good one, way back. That's a good one. Way back's band is freaking good, man. That Psycho Killer way back. I responded back to that. You guys did. I knew that was the Talking Heads one because if it wasn't, I wouldn't have known what song it was. That was you guys. Oh, that was a quick one. It was 4 minutes way back. Usually the ones you send me is 9 minutes, and I get to hear you guys collabing with each other and talking, and you guys just sound like you have such a great time with each other. So I can vouch from what I've heard. There's no egos there. Good music, though, man. Really good music. Adelaide Crows is a slur. Oh, the Crows. I didn't know that. Okay. Ego is not a dirty word. It's only a dirty word to us diehard David Lee Roth Van Halen fans because it was ruined an incredible band, an incredible rock band. Michael, I thought Air Supply were Kiwis. I didn't even know. I don't know where they were from. But Cullen, I think, is Cullen says they're from Australia. I personally don't know. So I can't get involved in that one with an opinion. You must be trying to save on a dental pill with that comment code. Michael, I hope you're right about that. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know where they're from. So when Cullen mentioned they're from Australia, that was the first I heard of it. I know Midnight Oil, like I said, Midnight Oil, AC/DC, they were like two of my favorite Australian bands. Oh, of course, Men at Work. Who can it be? Now, that was like the song of the 80s, right? Who can it be knocking at my door? Don't want you anymore. Now that song's going to be in my head, Michael. Thank you. That song is now in my head for the rest of the night. Who can it? They had another big hit over here, too, Men at Work. Yeah, they had another big one over here, too. In Excess. In Excess was an Aussie band. You're right. In Excess was huge until Michael Hutchinson. Man, what is just another lead singer taking himself out. Crazy. Red Hot Chili Peppers have an Aussie bassist. Flea's from Australia? Is he? I didn't know that. When I listen to bands and stuff, I usually don't like. When I grew up, I didn't really look about. I mean, I knew Iron Maiden wasn't from the United States, but like back then, we didn't have like the internet and all that. We just listened to music. Rush, I knew, eventually found out they were from Canada. Polanco up now. We got bottom of the 7th. We got to score some runs here, guys. Oh, Polanco took that, man. That's 2-2 now. 2-2. Wasn't a Pink Floyd fan. I think I didn't do the kind of drugs that are associated with Pink Floyd. I just never got into them. I was never a Pink Floyd fan. I didn't dislike them. I just didn't love them. I didn't run out to buy their stuff. I had friends of mine that were like diehard Pink Floyd fans. I just wasn't. I just never got into their music. That is a foul ball. I think the song Comfortably Numb, though, should be the New York Jets opening theme song when they come running out of the tunnel. Hello, is there anybody in there? That should be the theme song for the New York Jets. That one I will say. Not an Oasis fan either, Code. Sorry. I know they're a really good band. Now, they're brothers, yes. Those two brothers are very dysfunctional, but they weren't as big as Van Halen. I'm talking about major dysfunctional band like Van Halen. But those two brothers definitely. I think the Black Crowes were another one that was a pretty dysfunctional band. Yeah, that I don't understand either, Colin. I just started listening to their stuff in the past year because I had so many suggestions from my other channel to start listening to them more. They're a really good band. I'm really starting to get into them, and I don't know a whole lot about them. But I haven't heard anything bad from them yet. Not one thing bad from them. I don't know why they aren't huge either. That's weird. I was surprised that didn't make it over here. Motley Crue diehard, man. I love Motley Crue. And I don't put them up there with, people are like, well, musically, I don't listen to every band because I need just musical masters, like Rush or Iron Maiden or Metallica, like those are like transition gods. Iron Maiden and Metallica, Rush. Rush isn't a metal band, obviously, but I'm just talking about these are just musical geniuses. I never put Motley Crue on that platform, but Mick Mars is a very underrated guitarist. Very underrated. I know he's a lot older now, but he carried that band. The quietest guy in the band carried that band. He carried it. Nicky Sixx is not a great bassist. It's just not. Vince Neil is a great frontman. Prime Vince Neil, incredible frontman. Those early Motley Crue albums, amazing. Tommy Lee's a solid drummer. Personalities are incredible, right? But when Vince Neil left, I think John just wasn't good. It just wasn't good. I didn't even buy that album. That's back when we bought albums. I didn't even buy that album. Then Generation Swine, I think when Vince first came back, that wasn't a very good album either. But they needed Vince back. But yeah, Mick Mars. Mick Mars is an amazing guitarist, man. And he was the quietest guy in the band. Yep. Way back, I know they are. I just wasn't a huge fan of them, but I know they are. There's bands I didn't like, but I respect what they've done. Like, for instance, I like Billy Joel a lot. Not a big Elton John fan. I know he's one of the greatest musicians of all time. I mean, Elton John is a god. I'm not a big Bruce Springsteen fan either, but I know he is a humongous player in the rock world. Like, that's a major name. Just never really was like a big Bruce Springsteen fan. Just never was. There's some bands I just wasn't, but I respect what they've done. You know, totally respect what they've done. Would I like to see, like, would I would love to have seen Billy Joel and Elton John live at Shea Stadium? That would have been incredible. Or Yankee Stadium, whichever one they played at. They played each other's songs. That would be really good. I mean, like, really cool to see. But yes, you're right there. They're up with the best of all time. I do agree with you on that. Colin, that is awesome. And it should be played then. Your last requests. All right, Brett Beatty up. 281 average, double, 2 triples, 4 home runs. Let's go. That wasn't all today, by the way, because obviously the score is 0-0. I like Pink Floyd 1.0 with Sid Barrett. Unfortunately, had a bad drug issue to the point of getting sacked. Drugs always kill it, man. Drugs always kill it. Always kill it. Runners in scoring position today. The Mets are 0 for 8, and the Pirates are 0 for 2. That's what I understand way back. I'm starting to get more into him. Like, I know a whole lot about John Farnham now. That guy has a tremendous voice. I never understood why you guys know from Basement Squad, we did a bunch of John Farnham videos on there. Man, that guy can sing. And who was the guy that did the duet with Jimmy Barnes? Was it Jimmy Barnes who did the duet with Tina Turner? That was incredible. That was incredible. To even get on there with Tina Turner means you got to be pretty big time to get on with her. Rest in peace, right? To get on with Tina Turner, Jimmy Barnes did that. That was a great duet, man. That was really cool. That was, you guys, one of you guys mentioned for me to watch that. That was really, really good. I think I did a review on that one. I don't know who Skyhooks is. It's way back, but I'll take your word for it. Easy Beats in the 60s, Angus Young's older brother in that band. Don't know that one either. Got 0-2 on Beatty. 0-2 on Beatty. Bottom of the 7th. Mets have runners on first and second with nobody out. You got to push one home. Being Johnny Obvious right now. You got to push one home. Got to push one home. It might be. I remember the song very well when I was a kid. They played it on the radio like all the time. Who Can It Be Now? It was on the radio like all the time. Like back on the pop radio stations, like to buy the music we listened to, it was hard to find Iron Maiden on like rock stations because they played like, you would think Rush only, when I was growing up, you would think Rush made Tom Sawyer and Spirit of Radio. Like you would think those were their only songs because they never played anything else by Rush, hardly ever. It was like Tom Sawyer and Spirit of Radio. Like that's all you ever heard. Like it's like, oh wow, these guys have more than 2 songs. At least over here, that's how it was. And the pop radio played Who Can It Be Now? Duran Duran like ruled everything. Duran Duran ruled like everything. MTV, the radio, like and Culture Club, Boy George and Culture Club ruled everything. My favorite Aussie bands are the Saints and Radio Birdman. I don't know either one of those. First and second, 1-2 on Beatty. Come on, Brett. We need a key hit here, man. Being Johnny Obvious. Well, let's go. And he struck out. That's not a key hit. Striking out gets no runs. Boy, it's still 0-0. And the fans are freezing. It's a cold day out there. It's like 40 degrees without the wind chill. Without the wind chill. Hey, how like that for a pun? Wayback says you're going way back with the Saints, Angus. There you go. Wayback's going way back. I'd never heard of them, so you got me on that one. Marcus Simeon. Come on, guys. You have a man, a runner in scoring position with nobody out. Now you have a scoring position with one out. Can you get him home? Can you please get him home? Down Under. That's the other song. It's Scottish. For Men at Work? Wow, okay. Touche. All right. Maybe the Jets team is sending the clowns and they could have Comfortably Numb for when they're making coaching decisions on the sidelines. So maybe they could have, maybe we can work both of them in, Michael. Comfortably Numb will be when the coaching decisions are made, and Sending the Clowns is when the team runs on the field. We'll try to work them. That's a good one. Yes, Sending the Clowns. Hey, I love my Jets, but man, I hate them. You know what I mean? Hey, you know when the Jets are always good? From March to July. We're like the off-season champs every year. Everything's going to be great. We're going to be winning. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. We never saw a Super Bowl. We don't do that. But we're like, it's going to turn around this year. March to I'll say August, even in the preseason. March to August, we're good. We're like the off-season champs every year. Never heard of Clean Angus, but good call on the Saints. Yep, I don't remember any of that. Not even remember. I don't even know it. Oh, that must have been a great show way back. That must have been a great show. Paul Simon and Garfunkel. Like my mother listened to that too. Simeon strikes out, so we get Beatty strikes out. Simeon strikes out. So good job, guys. Good job, guys. We got one last chance. They bring in a relief pitcher of the Pirates, and this guy is striking out two in a row. Just struck out two batters in a row. We got one more out to work with before one more out to work with. Now they're going to the bullpen. Bringing in Gregory Soto, who pitched for the Mets last year. If you want to call it that. Every time he came out, it was a merry-go-round on the bases. Every time Greg Soto came out for the Mets last year, it was a merry-go-round on the bases. Everybody got a chance to go on the merry-go-round around the bases. Hopefully he's that guy still, because we'd like to get some people home. That's scary, man. That's scary. Remember over here, Michael, there was a thing for a while, what was it called, Spice? Like there was kids smoking that was supposed to be like different or some chemically made thing that was supposed to be better than weed or whatever. And he's like, there's people that smoked it and like never came off the high or their brain got messed up or whatever. I don't know. But not good. That's not good, man. Jimmy Barnes. That's awesome, man. That's cool. That's the first time Jimmy Barnes is from Cold Chisel, is he not? Am I right on that, Cullen? I think I'm right on that. But I did see his duet with Tina Turner, and I thought it was great. I thought it was really great. Like I said, for her to even take on somebody, she's already legendary. It was legendary, right? To take on somebody like that, it's really good, man. So they're switching pitchers now in the seventh inning. We're almost done. You got to get a freaking run in, man. That's typical New York. And it doesn't matter the New York team. Typical New York have on the verge of scoring, and we find ways to screw it up. To pick any New York team. That's what they all do. Doesn't matter the sport. Easy B. You guys are now naming bands I never heard of. Paved the way for Aussie rock bands back in the day. Well, that's good. Lou is in the basement. Lou is in the basement. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That is the hat, man. Loving it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I love getting all the different hats, man. This is great. Gregory Soto's on the mound, Lou. Maybe he could pitch for the Pirates like he did for us last year. Merry-go-round on the bases. Let's do it. Lou is in the basement. Back. Lou, what's up? Louis the Lip, right? Lunicorn, Louis the Lip. Can we get a run in? Come on, Benj. Come on, man. He hit a big home run. His rookie, made the team. Let's get a key hit here, Benj. We're New Yorkers. We love you today. We're going to hate you tomorrow. We give you a little bit of rope. But, I mean, come on. Greg Soto's on the mound. Let's go. Man, Angus, you're like an Australian band historian. You're getting me on all these. I don't even know who these guys are. Strike two. We're down to our last strike. We had first and second with nobody out. Beatty strikes out. Simeon strikes out. And now Benj has 2 strikes on him. Boy, where was this from Soto last year when he pitched for the Mets? Where was this kind of stuff? I don't know, Stella. I was saying the same thing. The Wiggles. Weren't the Wiggles a cartoon? And the cockroaches. I had plenty of those in my first apartment when I was 19. I just took whatever to get out of my parents' house. Or 18. I thought, oh, yeah, I'll take that. It was like a little studio. And I mean little. I was rebuilding. I was in dock construction. I was like 18. Everybody else was like in their mid 40s and hating their life. And I was like, I just want to get out of here so I can go drink and hang out with my friends. It was the worst job I ever had. And I was around some miserable people. And he strikes out. So there you go, Lou. Typical Mets, Lou. Typical Mets. First and second, nobody out. Strikeout. Like I said, pick any New York team. That's what we do. Going to the top of the 8th. 0-0 still. Where did I leave off? Love Citi Field. Love Citi Field, man. I grew up going to Shea Stadium. My father, again, Michael, my father was a diehard Mets fan. He was a Brooklyn Dodger fan growing up. So you should know, Brooklyn Dodgers equals hate the Yankees. Hate the Yankees with a passion. He hated the Yankees with a passion. Although he did like Bernie Williams and he did like Mariano Rivera. Those were his 2 favorite Yankees. And he liked Joe Torre. And Don Zimmer. I'll throw him in there too. He always liked Don Zimmer from the old days. But when I grew up, like I said, I liked Dave Winfield. Dave Winfield was the man for me. And Don Mattingly. So I kind of liked it. I liked the thing like who was better, the Mattingly, Keith Hernandez thing. Remember that? We all know Mattingly was better. But Keith Hernandez himself said it, like fielding-wise, I think they were pretty equal, man. But hitting-wise, I mean, Hernandez has even said it. It's like Don Mattingly was a monster at the plate. He Captain Cool. So I liked the Yankees weren't anything like enjoyable to watch in the 80s. The Mets were. And that's what we watched in my household. My father, there was no we had TVs in every room kind of thing, He came home. I was the remote control. And you watched the Mets. And that's what we watched. So I always liked the Mets. I've always liked them. But Citi Field is nice. Shea Stadium, I just have a lot of great memories there because I went there with my father who passed away way too young. And he was only in his 60s. His heart attack. It was just a lot of fun there, man. A lot of fun at Shea. But it started becoming a dump. And then you go to Citi Field. Like, this place is beautiful. Citi Field is beautiful. I like it better than Yankee Stadium because I like the old Yankee Stadium. They didn't need the new one. They only got a new one because the Mets got a new one. That's how George Steinbrenner was. So the new one's like a shopping mall. I mean, it's nice, but it's like a shopping mall. I guess if you've never been to Yankee Stadium, you go there and be like, wow, this is incredible. But it's like a shopping mall to me. So Citi Field is beautiful. And I went there with Dez just a couple of years ago. You got to get Lou up here. Lou and I got to go. Lou's got to come up. That's not true. I've worn my hat forward on here before, Angus. Maybe not as often. I usually have it backwards because I feel like the forward part, I feel like there's a shadow over my head. I don't know. No, that's not true, Angus. I bet you if you look at my lives, I bet you I've had my hat forward quite a bit. I bet you I've had my hat forward. I've had my hat forward quite a bit, Angus. I have to start looking. Now you got me thinking. Have I? I probably have had it backwards more than forwards. Hey, City Field gets that too. I don't know if it's as common as LaGuardia Airport is right there. So we got one out. Rayleigh's on the mound. One out. Brandon Lau is up right now. Is over 3, thankfully, because he got all his hitting out of the way in game 1. All his home runs. Lou says what's up to everybody in here. Lou's got to get up here. We got to go to a Met game up here. I don't know these bands. That's why I'm kind of sorry, guys. You don't. I'll skip it over some of them. You all are talking to each other. That's fine. If I had comments on these bands, I would. Rarely strikes them out. It's 2 outs. 2 outs. Good day, Lou. Hardest hit balls today. Juan Soto hit one at 107 miles an hour. Joey Bard, 107, and Francisco Lindor, 106.5. Some hard hit balls, man. All right, Rayleigh's got 2 outs. York is up. Louis the Lip. Louis the Lip. Sleepy Joe. Joe Torre, you remember him when they first got him? The back of the papers, I don't know if it was the Post or the Daily News, one of them, said, "Here comes Clueless Joe. Here comes Clueless Joe." And then they all love him. Hey, they ripped when Brunson came to New York. The media, they're like a bunch of high school drama queens. Oh, you didn't get Donovan Mitchell, this Brunson guy. The New York Knicks are trying to pull one over the fans' eyes again, trying to sell somebody that's not going to make it in New York. You could look this stuff up. When Brunson first came to the Knicks, it was like fans, hey, they're pulling the wool over your eyes. This guy will never make it in New York. Now he's playing without Luka. He's got to be the number one guy. Now they all love him. It's just we got to be negative right off the bat. That's just the way it's got to be. And everything. No, they pulled it down, but it's called Citi Field now. They rebuilt it close. Yes, they pulled Shea Stadium down. Look up Citi Field way back. It's a beautiful stadium, man. They did a great job. Going to the bottom of the 8th, 0-0. Going to the bottom of the 8th, guys, 0-0. Another stream hijacked. Who started the Aussie band? I don't know how it got started, but it's okay. That's what we do here. That's what we do here. Ralph Kiner. Good shout out. Kiner's Corner. Yes, Michael, Channel 9. Channel 9 had the Rangers also. Remember this when you don't have to worry about what app, what channel, what time, who has this? Do I have that app? I can't find the game. That's back then. Yes, Kiner's Corner. Tim McCarver, remember? Ralph Kiner and Tim McCarver called the games. And Bill White and Phil Rizzuto called the Yankee games. Oh, nothing better than listening to Rizzuto. Wow, that's great. You remember? Oh, then Michael, I'm going to really shout one out to you. That you must remember the greatest weatherman of all time. And I don't care what state or what country you live in. Nobody beats hello, Michael. And talking about weather today, Lloyd Lindsay Young. Michael Lloyd Lindsay Young is the greatest weatherman of all time. Mike, I know you remember him. That's why, and he was Channel 9. That's why I moved to Florida, 86. Yeah, fishing all day while these guys are playing in 42-degree weather. Lou, I love living in Tampa, but I hate the year-round. I hate the year-round heat. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I do not like sweating the minute I wake up. I don't like any of that. But I had a great time. Tampa's still a second home, and I love going to Lightning games, as I told everybody. So we're going to the bottom of the 8th inning, guys. If this goes into extra innings, I am not going to stay on long today. But we'll see what happens. Hopefully the Mets score in these next 2 innings. It's still 0-0. New York City FC are building a stadium where Shea is now located. Good, because the only thing bad about Citi Field or Yankee Stadium is having a soccer match on those fields. It looks awful on both of them. And Angus, you know it. You know what I'm talking about. It's like the other day, Angus, when you said you've never had a different name in here. I'm like, you were Angus Not Young. I don't even know why. I mean, that's how I remembered you, because I'm like, and I used to think you were from Australia because you said you were Angus Not Young. That's why I remembered that, Angus. Because I'm like, oh, he must be from Australia. I always thought you were an Aussie. I think I even called you that a couple times when you first came around. Greg Soto's still in there. Can he be the Greg Soto from the Mets? Please. Please be the Greg Soto from the Mets last year. Bottom of the 8th, Francisco Alvarez up. Look, as a matter of fact, my last stream I had my hat forward. 3-0 on Alvarez. This is good. Hello there, Lou. Yes. Remember when you had to wear your hat? Oh, my gosh. When I was Hellboy. Yep, and I got approved for it, too. Oh, man. The job Lou and I worked at was as close as to the TV show The Office as you can get, and I'm not kidding you. We worked at a call center called Altel, and it was you looked forward to going to work, not because you liked the actual job. It was a clown show all day, an absolute clown show all day. Tyron Taylor coming to first base, pinch running for Francisco Alvarez. That means Luis Torrens will be coming in to catch, because that's the only other catcher they have on the team that I know of, and Tyron Taylor is extremely fast. Francisco Lindor, switch hitter, hitting from the right side of the plate now. In Florida, guys, for those that want to know the joke behind this, I didn't know in February you could get an actual, like, beet red sunburn. It was windy out, too. It didn't feel hot. And I had my hat on backwards, and Rock and I are walking around. I was off from work. We had just moved there, by the way. My entire face that night, from here down, was, when I tell you Hellboy, if you ever seen the movie, beet red, that's what they called me at work, Hellboy. It was like so beet red, and the top part of my head was its normal color. And you weren't allowed to wear hats at work. I went into the basically the GM, right? She was the GM of the company pretty much, right, Lou? Our main boss. And I said, you can't let me sit out there like this. Please, can I wear a hat? Please. And yep, they let me wear a hat. I got clowned on, and I deserved it. It looked like whipped cream on top of a drink, like a red drink, like it was that bad. Oh, that was bad, Lou. Too bad you guys never took a picture either, which is surprising that a picture was never caught me out there. 2-0 on Lindor. This is the Greg Soto, you remember? Oh, he got a strike in. How expensive was it? Oh, boy. I don't buy a whole lot of expensive stuff, I really don't. I think the most I ever paid for a Yankee hat or any hat is like $50. And I usually try not to spend that much. I usually try to spend like 25, 30. Lindor tried to bunt. That did not work. It's 2-2. No, the hats I buy are not expensive. They're not expensive. And I didn't buy that one. You remember that, Lou? I'm surprised no one ever got a picture of me with that. That would have been viral even today. I'm surprised none of y'all, not you, not Hector, not Kenny, not Hung, nobody got a picture of that. Junior, nobody. Stan, nobody got a picture of that. That's incredible that I got away with that. Looking like a fool. I looked like a fool. 2-2 on Lindor. Bottom of the 8th, 0-0 still. Come on, man. Let's go. Get Devin Williams on the mound. Let's end this thing. The original Louis the Lip was Ed Richards from the Bulldogs' grandfather, something like that. I was wondering where that came from. Shay, thank you, because I didn't know here way back, I didn't know what you were talking about because I thought that was the middle of a conversation you guys were having. Shea. Yes. Oh, yeah, the Beatles. There's been plenty of legends that have played there. I mean, Billy Joel grew up on Long Island, and he was a huge Mets fan. He did play at Yankee Stadium also, but he was a huge Mets fan, and he did most of his concerts there. And I believe the one he did with Elton John together was at that concert. And he struck out Lindor from 2-0 to a strikeout. Where was this from Soto last year when he played for the Mets? All right, Juan Soto. Lindor has the mask on, Lou. He has the full mask on. You watching the game? He has the full mask on. Stella. Yep, she's trying for that door, but she can't reach it. She's trying, but she can't reach it. You remember him. Yep, I knew you would. No one forgets Lloyd Lindsey Young. If you guys don't know what we're talking about, I'll put a video. I'll drop it in the Discord, guys. This guy was a maniac weatherman. Michael, how about Morton Downey Jr. show? The original Jerry Springer and 10 times better. Wild pitch. Oh, he could have made it to second, and he does. Runner in scoring position. Taylor made it to second. Soto's up. Please knock him home. Soto versus Soto, and they're not related. I'll drop it into this. You guys got to see Lloyd Lindsey Young. You haven't lived till you see Lloyd Lindsey Young do weather. Morton Downey Jr., Michael. Now you got me thinking back to those days. Thankfully that went foul. I've heard all these fan things before way back, and I've tried them. Like there's fans at games. I'm sure they do it where you are too, where they turn their hats or they'll flip them upside down or wear them inside out, turn them backwards, flip them this way. I've done everything with the Jets and nothing works. They lose regardless. Oh, I'm going to pin that, Lou. Why not? Two and two on Soto. 2-2 on Soto. There you go, Lou. We'll put that up. I got away with that, Lou. You guys, I can't believe the crew we had there. You guys never got a picture of that. Soto grounds out to second, but moves the runner to third. We got the guy at third now. Got him at third. Billy Joel's last concert at Shea and Paul McCartney joined. Man, what an incredible show to be at. If anybody was able to be at that show, that's the show to be at. That's incredible. Tyron Taylor on third. Come on. Come on, Bichette. Come on. You already made an error at third base today. Come on. I mean, the error should be on him, not Polanco. He pulled Polanco way off the bag. Thankfully, we didn't pay for it. Oh, swing and a miss. Come on, Bichette. Let's go. I don't know what that rule is, but I'm sure someone answered it already. John, remember the Mayor Trophy game between them? Yes. Remember, everybody was so excited. The Mets are playing the Yankees. Remember, George Steinbrenner would get pissed if the Yankees lost to the Mets in a preseason game, a spring training game. Bichette is swinging at everything. That wasn't even close to the strike zone. He's swinging at everything. Even. I mean, what is he swinging at? And when he missed it, the catcher bobbled it like, do you know that the catcher missed it? Unfortunately, it bounced off the umpire and stayed there because Tyron Taylor would have made it home. 1-2. 1-2. One strike away. Come on, Bichette, get a hit. He's swinging at things in the dirt. Top of the ninth, 0-0. What is Bichette swinging at? He's He's swinging at things in the dirt, man. That was an awful at bat. That was awful. Oh, yeah, you never know, man. They're bringing everybody in. Oh, Angus, yeah, you had to remember Morton Downey Jr. This guy smoked 500 cigarettes during the show live. I remember my sister and I would try to stay up and be able to watch it. Like if my parents had friends over and they started drinking, like they forgot that like we would be up past our bedtimes. We tried to stay up to watch this guy. Because remember back then you had to set your schedule around your favorite show, not the way it is today. Oh, I missed it, but I can, DVR, whatever it is. You record them, pull them on demand. They show them again 900 times. Back then, you missed your show. You missed it. I mean, you missed it. You missed it. How about Benny Hill, guys? We're going way back now. How about the greatest show? Still one of my favorites of all time, Benny Hill. Just the opening theme song, Benny Hill. Show the All-Stars that come to watch the Knicks at MSG and the Yankees home opener. You can always find Spike Lee at those games. Amen. Spike Lee goes to Ranger games too, by the way, Mean. Spike Lee goes to a lot of Rangers games. Yes, he does. He is a New York supporter. Henrik Lundqvist is at a ton of Knicks games. He is a true Knicks fan. And on MSG, Henrik Lundqvist has a show, Club 30, where he has guests on. He's had Patrick Ewing on. He's had Stephon Marbury on recently, man. He has a lot of former New York, besides Rangers, obviously, but a lot of former New York Knicks stars on there also, man. It's just fun conversations. It's really cool to see legends like that on these shows. And I'm sitting there watching him interview and have a conversation with Patrick Ewing, and I'm like, Henrik Lundqvist, Hall of Fame goalie, one of the greatest goalies of all time. Patrick Ewing, one of the greatest centers of all time, Hall of Famer. And both guys, don't have a ring. It's really, really sad. Devin Williams coming in. This better not be the Devin Williams from the Yankees. He had a 4.79 ERA for the Yankees last year. Saved 18 out of 22 attempts. He had a better second half, though. I'll give him that. He had a better second half at the Yankees. O'Neal Cruz up now, who was basically punished today for his poor outfield play the other day. But O'Neal Cruz is up now. He is a dangerous hitter, and it's his first at bat of the game. He had a bad season last year. I didn't realize it was that bad. He only hit 200. One and one. The church that my mom goes to has a piano signed, but really? Oh, wow. Can you imagine how much that that's basically a donation from Billy Joel. You know how much that piano would be worth? There's collectors out there that would probably overpay for that. I don't know if you can overpay for a Billy Joel signed piano. All right, 1-2 on O'Neal Cruz. If you're wondering why his first name is O'Neal, it's because O'Neal Cruz's father was a huge Paul O'Neill fan from the Yankees. So he named his son O'Neal. And Devin Williams strikes him out. That's one down. Underneath it. Wow. I'm like, yeah, really, underneath where? Steinbrenner loved to win the back page. Oh, yeah, he did. He did, Michael. Steinbrenner, the Dave Winfield thing was disgusting to me. Oh, no, that's a base hit. That might be a double. Soto is getting it now. He's pushing for second, and he gets there. He got there. One out double. That got right past Bichette, and it went off. Soto stopped it from going to a corner because that would have been a triple. That one, Bichette was playing in. He was playing in, which he was supposed to be doing at that time. Steinbrenner, I love George Steinbrenner as the owner. And can you imagine Cleveland turned him down to be the owner back in the 70s? He wanted to own Cleveland. And they thought that a guy that owns shipping yards knows nothing about baseball. Well, went to the Yankees and, all those rings later. Hi, baby. I heard her chewing on wood. I was hoping it wasn't from the door. No, she's from her toys. Benny Hill was legendary. Oh, yeah. I heard the British government eventually had taken him down. Benny Hill was absolutely legendary. That song, it was crazy, that show. We were young. We were like 10 years old watching that. It was crazy. My parents had a lot of parties when we were kids. So, like, we stayed up later than we were supposed to most of the time. Today, with runners in scoring position, Mets are 0 for 8 and the Pirates are 0 for 7, but they have a runner in scoring position right now with 1 out. Man on second, 1 out. 2-1, 2-1. Rod Lever. Oh, wow. I watched tennis a lot back then too, man. John McEnroe. Who didn't love from New York, John McEnroe? All right, they get man out at first, but they have a runner at third with 2 outs. Runner at third with 2 outs. Back then, you had McEnroe and Jimmy Connors, Bjorn Borg. Oh, come on. Yeah, Bjorn Borg. And eventually Von Lendl and Boris Becker and Michael Chang. Remember Michael Chang? I was very big into tennis back then. It faded. Since Federer and Nadal, those were great matchups. Retired, I lost interest. I watch too many sports as it is. I had to sacrifice something. All right, we got 0-1. Brandon Lau is up. It's one of the last guys besides Ozuna maybe that I would want up to bat right now. Oh, Brian Reynolds too. Pirates have some decent hitters. Really? Wow, that's cool, Angus. I don't have any history like that in my family, like of any nature, of doing anything with anybody famous. That's great, man. That's cool. Was it a hit single? 1-2, 1 strike away from getting out of this inning. We got family here, guys, so I won't be on long. If this game starts going deep into extra innings, I won't be on here long because we've had family here. I said I'd be on for this game today. And the Yankees come on soon, which I will be watching with the family. But I'm hoping the Mets pull this off in the bottom of the 9th and don't blow this in the top of the 9th. 1 more strike to go. Come on. Come on, Devin. Ball 2. 2-2. I think they stay out there. I'm going to check right now for you. Mean. Full count. Full count. They do stay out there. Mean they play the Mariners next, and those are late games. I don't do the late. You know Mean by now. Anybody, any team, Knicks, Rangers, Lightning, Yankees, Met, whatever. If it's a 10 o'clock start, I don't do them. It's too late. It's too late for me, man. It's just too late for me. They play the Mariners next. They're home against the Marlins April 3rd. They're home against the Marlins April 3rd. Then they have the A's after that. Then they go to Tampa after that. Did he? I didn't know that. Oh, I didn't know that, Michael. You got me on that one. Did he really? I had no idea. Wow. Didn't know that. Rod Lever Stadium. I'm sure there is. Oh, there you go. You're having a meeting of the minds on the mound right now. Meeting on the mound. It's in Melbourne, Angus. Andre Agassi. Yes, Lou. Andre Agassi. Pete Sampras. Now all the other names are coming out. Remember Pete Sampras? I remember Pete Sampras when he was on top and he was young. And when he beat Agassi, because he was younger and Agassi was older, he just made Agassi go running left to right, left to right, left to right. Sampras just was like, boom, boom, and that's how he beat the older guys. And I mean, Agassi was still in his 30s, but you're playing a 22-year-old kid. He made Agassi run everywhere. But remember his hair? He was all over the commercials. Oh yeah. Brian Reynolds up, one of the last guys you want up in this situation. First and third now. This reminds me of Devin Williams on the Yankees last year. First and third. How did they let Edwin Diaz walk, man? They should have just paid him what he – that's the only two issues I have, Edwin Diaz and Pete Alonso. I understand getting rid of the other core that you didn't win with. I get that. But I hope Devin Williams pays off, man. Hope he pays off. 0-2. 0-2 now on Reynolds. Riley, another Aussie dweller accounted for. Riley's in the basement. God bless you, Stella. Good day, Riley. It was not a hit, but it was most popular in Australia. Hey, that's great. Very defensive game. It's still 0-0. Brian, 0-2. Williams is trying to get him to chase, man. He is throwing that screwball, and it comes in, and then it's just dropping off. He's trying to get him to chase it, man. He is really trying. Yes, no Brisbane spoilers, please. I haven't watched it yet. I'm watching it tomorrow morning. We have family here right now. I can't watch it tonight. I'm definitely watching that when I get up tomorrow morning. The first thing I'm doing is watching the Lions game. Thank you, Cullen. Thank you for mentioning that. We got out of the inning. I'll be right back, guys. 2 minutes. Give me 2 minutes. Be right back. I'm back, guys. I'm back. I didn't want to miss the bottom. I was upstairs for a second. They wanted to start, so I said I'm not talking yet because I'll miss a home run. It's the bottom of the ninth inning. Mets trying to close us out. Jorge Polanco batting from the left side of the plate. One and one on Polanco. Yeah, I loved watching tennis back then. I don't have much interest in it now. Remember Andy Roddick? That kid from the United States had like 150-mile-an-hour serve. I know Federer beat him a lot, but he always said, man, you don't like facing that serve, man. Like he had 150 something mile an hour serve. Can you imagine even trying to stand in front of that to return that? Dennis Santana, he has been around. Luis Garcia warming up for the Mets. Are they still married? Wow, Steffi Graf was a huge tennis player back then. That was back when Chrissy Everett was around and Martina Navratilova. Remember that? I used to watch the women's tennis back then too. Those were some big matchups. Chrissy Everett versus Martina Navratilova was like the not missed thing back then. Polanco walks. We got a man on. Let's go, Mets. Come on. Come on. I don't want to end this game early. Luis Robert, come on, man. Let's make your Mets debut. Hit a walk-off two-run homer. That would be great. Walk-off two-run homer. I don't care if you guys talk about the other games. I don't watch them all. Big hit by Robert. Went foul. Barely went foul. Cullen, thank you, man. Always appreciate the support, Cullen. Thanks for showing up, man. Much appreciated. I know cricket players wouldn't play baseball, but can Don Bradman play baseball? I don't get into – you know what's funny, Riley? I did things on cricket videos. I couldn't get into it's too many sports. I chose footy over cricket and over cricket and rugby. But, man, that was the only one I had, and it was so many guys were on there just hating. I had to, actually delete some messages, some comments because it was so brutal. Like, oh, baseball is for juniors, man. They can't play cricket. A cricket player would come over to baseball and hit 600, man. That pitching is easy. I'm like, then I always ask them the same question. Well, then who's done it? I think they're two different sports besides the ball and the bat. I think they're two different sports entirely. So I asked every one of them, well, who did it? Who came over here and did it? They would make $1 billion or more a year if they could hit 600. They say that Major League Baseball pitching a professional cricket player could step into a live game right now and smack these pitchers easily without any training. This is what I was told, not by my regulars here. I'm told by these cricket people, like, you Americans think you're so great. It was a handful of guys, but it was the same guys. Some of them really dropping language that I was like just deleting them. Like, wow, this is some serious hate. I didn't know cricket and baseball was like a thing. That's the only question I ever asked. Well, who's done it? Because I was like, I want to know who's done it. They're like, it doesn't matter that no one's done it. We just know they could do it. I'm like, well, to say something like that would be like me saying Aaron Judge could go to cricket and just kill the bowling over there. I don't think that at all. And I never said anything like that. That was a really weird time there, Riley. But anyway, I chose footy over cricket and rugby. I can't watch every sport. So footy drew me the best over all three of those. Of the three sports, footy by far was my favorite one. So I went with that. I don't know. Diaz didn't want to come back. Mets told him they would match any offer and never let it. Oh, really? Okay. Then I'll take it back, Lou. I know they never offered Pete Alonso a contract. They didn't even offer him anything, which was surprising to me. But I thought they made an initial offer to Diaz, and then they had there's still wiggle room, and the Dodgers just came in and paid him. Okay, then I was wrong. Okay. Oh, all right. Then I stand corrected. I love the Met. Lou is a diehard Met fan, so he would I trust his word on that. It was Andy Roddick. So we got part of it right. Andy Roddick was his name. 151 mile an hour serve or whatever it was. I think it's still a record. I'm going to look that up right now. We got a man on second base, runner in scoring position. Both teams are terrible today with runners in scoring position. Andy Roddick's Andy Roddick at the Davis Cup in 2004. Oh, hold on. That was a foul ball. Brett Beatty, foul ball. 1-2 on Beatty, 1 out, man on second. Check this out. This serve speed is not a record, but has not been touched since. 155 miles an hour. One of the fastest serves in tennis history and held the record for many years. So one person has beaten it since then. I read that backwards. I said no one's touched that since then. Someone has touched it since then. I don't know who beat it, but 155. To think someone did faster. Can you imagine trying to return that? I wouldn't even go out. Aussie cricket captain, I am. Chappell played baseball here in Oz. Ian Chappell played baseball. I read that as cricket captain, and Chappell played baseball here in Oz. Yeah, that's great. I loved what I watched. Like Shane Warne, I thought watching him as a bowler, I did a video on him. I was fascinated by the wickets and what you had to do and the fact that they can bowl anywhere and the batsmen, what they had to go through over it. So I totally respected what I was watching. I just didn't understand what that's this just, a handful of hate that I got from some people. They're like, because I think I was wearing a baseball jersey probably. These people were like, oh, come on. Oh, he took off from second base. There was a line out. Polanco took off from second base. I think he thought it was going in the outfield. It got caught, and he got doubled up at second. I mean, the first baseman did have to jump up to get it. Guys, I'm going to do another inning, then I got to go. We got family here. I'm going to do one more inning, the 10th inning. If the Mets don't win it in the bottom of the 10th, we're done. I'm doing one more inning, and that's it. One more inning. Yeah, one more inning. That's it, guys. So, Johnny in the overtimes, right? GB always says it, Johnny in the overtimes. This is my last inning coming up. It's the top of the 10th. And I'll see if the Mets in the bottom of the 10th can win it. If not, that's a wrap. Diaz's brother played for LA. That had a lot to do with him leaving. Oh, didn't even know that one, Lou. All right. Like I said, man, that is – it's funny because I think I've told you this before because, the super teams that were put together in the NBA got mocked and ridiculed by fans and the media. Well, KD, including us. Oh, KD, well, he jumped to Golden State just to get these rings. Ohtani, Freddie Freeman, Mookie Betts, Edwin Diaz, and on and on and on all go to this team. And they're not ridiculed at all. They're praised and loved and adored by everybody. Why? What's the difference? People say, well, an individual in basketball makes a bigger difference than an individual in baseball. I understand that. But this is a collective group of arguably the greatest individuals in the game. And they made a super team. And that seems to be fine in baseball, but not in the NBA. And the Yankees have done it. But I don't know if anybody's done it to the extent – I don't know. The Yankees have done it. But I'm just saying it's funny how it's not hated on because the Yankees are still hated more than the Dodgers are. The Yankees haven't done anything since 2009. Nothing. So it's really weird. It's just weird. The Yankees are still hated on more, and they haven't done anything. Anyway, Brian Reynolds is we do the free runner. I hate the free runner. I still hate this. They did it to speed up the game. I get that. But now they have the pitch clock. The pitch clock came in after that. Oh, no, the pitchers – oh, no, they have that stupid communication problem. So so they should get rid of the automatic runner on second base. They should get rid of that. You got the pitch clock. That sped the game up. I thought I was going to hate the pitch clock. I like it. I have no problem with it because it doesn't interfere with the game at all. Some scouts went out to India a couple of years ago to recruit some cricket bowlers, but it didn't pan out. Different technique. It is a different technique. That's what was weird to me, Michael. I never said anything disparaging that, this isn't baseball or this isn't. Man, I got attacked from some people. It's a junior league. We would step in your league. That was the funny one to me. One was a guy told me they would hit 600 over here. And another guy said a professional batsman would step on a major league field like right now without any training and would smack any pitcher that we have out there, just smack him around. I'm like, wow, I would like to see that. That would be interesting. Because I don't believe Aaron Judge could go over there or Ohtani and start smacking bowlers around. I would find that impossible. Like that's a whole different technique. But no, they swore to me that any pitcher we put out there, they would smack him around. I was like, wow, that would be really interesting. Then why aren't they over here making all the money then? It's crazy. That's the only answer. That's the only question I had. And they said, oh, you're being sarcastic. I'm like, I'm not being sarcastic. You're telling me this. Who has done it? That's my immediate question. Because I never said that. USA team in 2024 beat Pakistan, a powerhouse in cricket. Really? Lou, I didn't even know. I just found out that USA, when I started getting to footy, I just found out that USA had footy teams here. I didn't even know that. All right, so we're top of the 10th. Runner on second for Pittsburgh. I'll see if the Mets win it in the bottom of the 10th, and then that's it. Then if they don't, then it's the last inning for me, guys. I didn't even know we had cricket teams over here, Lou. I mean, I just started getting, I have too many sports that I watch. I can't keep up with everything. I don't know. GB has been in the uploaded comments. Like Bagger Dave hasn't been in a live in a while, but he's been in the uploaded comments. Now we have a meeting on the mound. Nothing has happened. First, they have a communication problem. Now Pittsburgh's manager is complaining that while he's complaining to the umpire, our catcher is back out on the mound talking to each other. Like, when's something going to happen? It is, Riley. Amen. It is. And that's why we're in extra innings. So I'm like, oh, I'll do the game. They got here around a couple hours ago. And I'm like, oh, yeah, we're already in the 6th inning. We're moving along. No one's scoring, though. Ozuna's up now. Nobody out. Luis Garcia on the mound. Strike one. Who's JM? Way back. I don't know who JM is. Again, like watching Shane Warne, and I'll ask you guys this. Is Shane Warne the GOAT, like the greatest bowler of all time? Because what I saw, I'm like, if there's somebody better than this guy, I'd love to see it because that bowling was amazing to watch. Really was amazing. And I would never think that a Major League Baseball player without practice and training could go over there and just hit that. All right, there's a fly out to center field. That's going to move the runner over to third base. Oh, no, he didn't try it. Brian Reynolds did not move from second. I thought he was going to tag up. Wow, Riley, that's cool. It's always cool watching a deciding game. Oh, yeah. Yeah, JM. MJ, yeah. Michael Jordan did try baseball. He did. He was in the minor leagues at the time for the Chicago White Sox, and he had a hard time. You got to be born. It's like a hockey goalie. You got to be born with the head-eye coordination to even pick that up. They say a 95-mile-an-hour fastball, which pitchers throw a lot harder than that nowadays, your brain has a tenth of a second to even acknowledge what's coming at you from that close. By the time a pitcher throws the ball, you're looking at maybe 60 feet away. Just like that, it comes in or it drops off. The next pitch is what could be like a changeup, which looks like the same fastball. It's like it's coming in a lot slower and it drifts off. The slider will come in and break off the plate, but they all look the same coming in. Oh, no, that's going into center field. Brian Reynolds is going home. Oh, no. He scored. It's 1-0 Pirates. Good slider. It was a good hit, man. The slider broke exactly the way he wanted to. It came in and literally slid right to the corner here of the strike, and he hit it. He hit it dead on. Gonzalez, even Keith Hernandez is saying, hey, man, it was a great pitch. And he hit it. I mean, lower corner of the plate, that's where you want it to go. And if he does hit it, usually it's a ground out. Brandon Lau hits a soft. That's not going to be a double play, but that's – oh, he beat it. Oh, man. Lau beats it out. It was a slow roller. Bichette came running in, but it was a slow roller. Lau is fast. Oh, man. It's not good. Must have a straight arm in their delivery stride. Can't bend your own. Yes, I remember you guys telling me this before. And I learned it from Shane Warne's video. I did 2 videos on Shane Warne. And I learned that even the style of it, keeping that straight and then bouncing that ball, man, it's just amazing to watch. And that's when I was trying to pick, is it going to be cricket, footy, or rugby? I can't watch all three. And people are like, you got to get more into cricket. You got to get more into rugby. I can't. I watch too many sports as it is. But I wanted to pick one. And the Specky sold me way back. The Specky sold me. I was sold. It's funny. I never even knew that. Never even knew it. I love footy, Riley. I mean, I loved it. It was pretty easy for me to choose. It's pretty easy for me to choose. The athleticism in footy over rugby and the Specky and just the way they move that ball with their feet and the hand pass, just the transitions. Like I tell everybody, it reminds me of hockey on grass, and I love it. That's going to be a fly out. 2 outs. 2 outs. Men on first and second. Get out of this with one. I'm doing the bottom of the 10th inning, guys, and that'll be it. I keep saying that because I can't keep my family like I can't stay on here for hours. That was because of Jordan's gambling. Is that why he went to baseball? He really wanted to try. Baseball is not just a sport you pick up and play. Like, you got to be born with that talent, man. The hand-eye coordination and seeing that ball in your brain, like a hockey goalie, guy can be 30 feet away and he's whipping a 95-mile-an-hour wrist shot, not even a slap shot, a wrist shot. 87, 95, and it's in traffic, and you just have the instincts to know where to be. You're playing the odds. A lot of goalies say they're playing the odds. You study tape. You look at what players' instincts are, what players, normally do. And you play the odds that that's what they're going to do this time. But still, you got to have that hand-eye coordination. I know, Stella, it's true. Michael Jordan's team's been winning in NASCAR a lot. Tyler Reddick has been killing it in NASCAR. He's won 3 of the first 4 races. Or 3 of the first 5. 3 of the first 5. I'm going to watch the Mets bat, guys, and that's going to be it. Here you go, baby. Step up. I love it. Love it way back. I watched the highlights of all the weekend, but the Brisbane Lions is the team that I'm going to watch the entire game. Remember in the beginning, I was watching all the games. It's a lot, man. That's a big ask. I was watching every single game, but I wanted to learn so much that I watched every game. When I had to watch AFL app and realized I don't need to pay for that. They show my team on Fox Sports 2 here. That's all I care about. The reaction time is really quick. Yes, Riley, it reminded me a lot of hockey. Contested possessions, you have to have your head on a swivel. You have to know where the ball is at all times like you do in hockey. You can get blasted out of nowhere and not see it coming. Yes, I agree. Yes, Francona, great manager. Oh, Garcia walks him. Boy, this has been a bad outing for Luis Garcia, man. Oh, Riley, just for the future, Riley, I record the games. I never can watch them right away. The big thing in here, Riley, you didn't know. I don't ever want to know what the Lions did because more times than not, I didn't watch the game. I can't watch a game now if I know who won. Even knowing they won, I like to watch the drama in the game. I like to watch the drama in any game. So always assume when you come in here, Riley, you didn't know. You're not here long enough with us to know. But always assume that I have not watched the game. You guys can talk about every other footy match. That's fine. That's fine. I don't care. But the Lions, I record them because they don't come on here till last night actually came on at a decent time. But normally they don't come on here till 2 in the morning, 4 in the morning. So I have to record them. And I usually don't get to watch them right away. It's usually later that same day or the following day. But if of any of my teams, if I already know a score, I can't watch it. I like watching the drama in the game. But it's okay. It's okay, Riley. You didn't know. But now you know. In the future, I don't ever want to know about the Brisbane Lions in here unless I bring them up. Because I guarantee you 9 times out of 10, I didn't see the game yet. All good. All good. Yes, they just started, and I'm about to be done here, guys. We're trying to get to the bottom of the ninth to see if the Mets can do anything, but I'm about to turn this off because, like I said, I have family here, and I can't. I didn't think this the top of the 10th inning would be going so long. It's like 20 minutes. 0-2. This has been a real mess out here. He's not here long enough way back, but he gets a pass. Riley gets a pass today. It's all right, Riley. It's all right. It's okay. You didn't know. You didn't know, man. But now you know, Riley. Now you know. But Riley, just so you know, you can talk about any other footy match in here. It's fine. Any other one, it's fine. Because then I could find out if I won in tipping or not. But the Lions, now you know. All good, Riley. It's all good. It's okay. Right. That's right. Riley gets mercy on this one. He gets mercy. The rest of the guys know, Riley. You get mercy on this one. All right. Mets coming up bottom of the 10th. If they don't win, well, then the game's over anyway. But this is my last. If they tie it up, this is my last inning regardless. So if the Mets get one run and tie the game up, I'm going to have to go anyway. So hopefully they'll have a runner on second base, and hopefully the guy hits the first pitch out of the park and they win. That would be the best case scenario. Oh, way back. If it was that's a good way of putting the spin on it, man, in my brain. Like, hey, maybe he doesn't, maybe he read it wrong, or maybe he saw it wrong. That's great, way back. He didn't. If it was anybody else, I might take it as a bluff. But he's so new in the basement that he didn't. I know he didn't know. So I know they won now. It's okay. It's all good. All right, guys. Last inning for me. I keep saying it. Where are we? I'll be back on again. This probably not till Monday. We have family here for the weekend, so I won't be on tomorrow. Won't be on tomorrow. Trying to see what's on Monday here. And I'm caught up on the chat. All right, guys. The Pirates have 10 hits. We only have 3, and we have 1 error or 2. That's exciting. And the Yankees are just starting now. The Yankees are about to start in 5 minutes. We're going to actually have that on while the family's here. Bottom of the 10th inning. Let's go, Mets. First pitch, 2-run homer. Game ends. The Mets are home, so they get last at bat. So if they take the lead, they win. If they tie the game, we're done. I'm done anyway. So let's go. Runner on second. Marcus Semien up, who's an older player now, but he is known to hit a home run here or there. Tonight he has grounded out, lined out, and struck out. That's positive. He doesn't have a hit yet today, but now would be a great time. Oh, tap your helmet for that one. I think that was a ball. Go New York, go New York, go. Yes, sir. I'm all with you all day. Don't worry. We'll do some Yankee games in here too, Riley. Don't worry. We'll be doing that as well. But when the playoffs start, like I said, baseball takes a back seat when basketball and hockey playoffs start. He hit him. Semien gets first base. He hit him. Hawks versus Cat. There are some Hawks games I'm going to check out way back because I know they got a really good side. I'm definitely going to check them out. Easter Monday. Remind me way back. Remind me right before it in the Discord. Remind me right before it. You're out, Michael. All right, Michael. Thanks, buddy. Thanks always for the support. Mark Vientos, pinch hitting. Because there's a lefty pitcher and Vientos is a righty batter. So come on, guys. Let's go. Go New York and L.A. Wow, you don't hear that very often, Riley. Go New York and L.A. You don't usually hear that very often. You're an LA fan? You don't hear that too often. Mark Vienta, like back when the Brooklyn Dodgers left New York and became the LA Dodgers, they didn't have the internet and all that at the time, Riley. They didn't have like, well, I can watch my team on this app or this channel. It was like you didn't want to be a Yankee fan because the New York Giants became the San Francisco Giants, so the only team left was the Yankees. You want to become a Yankee fan if you're a Brooklyn Dodgers. So the Mets came along, and they all became Mets fans because you couldn't see your team, the Dodgers, anymore. And a lot of people were pissed they left New York. They're like, oh, you want to leave New York? I'm not going to be your fan. That would be a good out for me if the Jets ever left New York. Oh, you want to leave? Forget you guys then. That'd be like a good excuse because I don't have a good one for leaving them now. I mean, people say I do, but – 1-2 on Vientos. First and second, nobody out. First and second, nobody out. 1-2 on Vientos. Woo! He stopped 2-2. You know what's funny? The first game these two teams played, we did a couple days ago. I mean, the runs were nonstop. The Mets scored 11 runs in that game, and Pittsburgh scored 7. It was 11-7. The Mets won 11-7. Today, both teams can't hit the broadside of a barn. It's 1-0 Pittsburgh in the bottom of the 10th. Oh, it got through. It got through. It's game is. Oh, he held him up. Bases loaded. He smartly held him up. Smartly held him up. He was going to come home. Brett Beatty wanted to run home. He would have been thrown out. He wisely, the third base coach was like, don't go home. Don't round third. Triolo just missed grabbing that. He dove for it, the shortstop for the Pirates. Brady was coming, but he would have been thrown out. That was a good play by the third base coach. It's like, no, dude, you're not fast enough. And judging by the throw, he'd have been thrown out at home. That's right, Lou. That's right. That's why they wear blue and orange. That's right, Lou. Amen. Luis Torrens up, batting for Francisco Alvarez, who got pinch run for by Tyron Taylor. That's what I told you guys. Torrens was going to come in. Hey, Lou, I just found out Ben Rortvit, who's been around the league, is the AAA catcher for the Mets now. He was on the Yankees, the Twins, the Padres. He's been everywhere. Oh, that's a big hit. That's scoring a run. That might bring in 2. Oh, no, they held him up. He would have scored. But who knew that the pitcher was going to bobble the ball? Well, it's 1-1. Boy, the Mets get one more hit, they win. Because they got the bases loaded. Any hit now is the winning run. It's 1-1. I know, Stella, we're getting there. One more hit, the Mets win, and we're done. Man, Luis Torrens comes off the bench and smacks a base hit. Nobody out, bases loaded. Lou, they better not blow this, man. Bases loaded, nobody out. Francisco Lindor is up, then Soto. Then come on, man. He's 0 for 4 today. 2 flyouts, a line out, and a strike. But you can fly out now. A flyout brings a run home. All you need is a shot to the outfield. Even if it's an out, the game's over. Come on, let's go. Lou. This was compliments of Lou, guys. This was compliments of Lou. That is awesome, man. That is awesome. Compliments of Lou. Thank you, sir. Lindor. Oh, he got him out. Oh, he's out at home. They played the infield in. Lindor hit it to second base. Oh, they're going to challenge it. Because you don't have to tag the runner. The base is loaded. You just have to stand on the plate, but they think he made it. Let's see. They're challenging it. The catcher's foot looks like it came off the plate for a second. He's out. He's out. He's out. The catcher's foot did come off the base. It came off the base. But it came down. It came down in time. Viento's hand was not at – it was close. But he was out. He was out. All right, let's go. Midnight start. You know that's too late for me way back, but I'm going to record it. That one, I'm going to. They're probably showing it too. In America, they show the top teams in footy, so they usually show Brisbane. They're starting to show the Hawks now, and always Collingwood. Doesn't matter if they're good, bad, or whatever, because Collingwood is the Dallas Cowboy and New York Yankees. Everybody loves to hate them or loves them. All right, Soto, let's go. Winning run, let's go. Let's go. Jammed. You got to be kidding me. Bases loaded, nobody out. Lindor grounds out the second. They throw home out. Juan Soto tried to check his swing, and the ball hit the bat, and it just rolled right in front of the catcher, basically, and the pitcher. So that was an easy out. You got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. What are the odds of that? Well, this is up to Bichette now. This is crazy. This is crazy. Lou, you got to be beside yourself right now. This is nuts. And the Mets they just lost the challenge. They can't challenge again. This has turned into a 3-hour game. It's so funny because I was saying, hey, we're an hour and 10 minutes. We're already in the 6th inning. And Bichette gives us the fly out that we needed. Gives us the fly out that we needed to get a runner home. Oh, but there was 2 outs. Guys, I got to go. We got family here. I can't stay on anymore. It's 1-1. I appreciate everybody being in here as always. Should be back here on Monday, Tuesday at the latest. Thank you guys as always for showing up. But like I said, we got family here, and they've been here for 2 hours now, and the game should have been over. But Johnny in the overtimes, as GB always says. So I will check with you guys. Probably I should be on Monday. This should be a game on Monday. So as always, see you guys. See you guys. Yep, Stella, we got to go. And where's my button? All right, see you for real.